I'm free! I'm free! After 35 long years, I'm free! And the first thing I do after escaping everything is apparently play a racing lagoon, which goes to show how goes to show how much I'm craving this freaking game. Joke aside, hey there everyone. Also, guess what? I have a friend. You want to say something, Fran?
Something, Fran.
Perfect. Hey, how's everyone doing tonight?
I think you're still muted for Discord, though.
How? For Discord? Let me check my settings.
I don't know. I can hear you through the stream, but I can't hear you through the,
Yeah, Discord's picking up my mic, according to this. Can you hear me now? Gonna take that as a resounding no.
Hold on. Say that again?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, there we go. Now it's working.
Was it your end or my end?
I think it was my end.
Alright. Yeah, Discord, it's alright. It's alright. Discord's working. Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize right then and there. I had said during the, stream last Monday that I wanted to do this earlier that week. Unfortunately, life got more than a little complicated, and that's actually a really good idea, because there's a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about. So, I'll arrange that in a brief moment, but in the meantime, hey there, ladies and gentlemen, I have Sid here, because if I do anything Racing Lagoon, let's be honest, I have to have my, my quote-unquote dictionary/authority on this game with me, and also, it's just real nice to hear from you again, if I'm being 100% honest, because my life has been absolutely hectic, and so has Sid's. So it's definitely real nice to be able to do something like this again. How's
Hi. Just. Oh my God. Transmissions. Actually, I'll wait till Hilltop gets in here before I start screaming about things.
Just, you mean the rebuild of the freaking FC Oh, I see you've already done the thing. Oh, that...
Yeah, I'm gonna take the initiative on this one. Hey, Hilltop!
Hey, can you hear me all right?
I can hear
Perfectly.
you. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while since I've been able to hear from you, man.
Yeah, it has been a while. You know what, give me just 1 second to tweet out that I'm gonna be on this stream. Maybe people want to come ask questions or something.
By all means, go for it. And yeah, so those of you in the chat who may be wondering, this is actually Hilltop. He is the one who is lead on this localization patch. So I suppose if you have any questions, now you have an opportunity to ask them. Implying, or assuming you haven't already asked them in the Discord that is available, which, I mean, now that I think about it, why do I not have a link for that available? 1 second. Actually, I think I have... Huh?
Actually, never mind.
What?
No, the question I was about to ask was quite literally answered by my own head, so don't worry about it.
Here, I'll go ahead and toss this in there. But, yeah, I was able to set that aside for another project I'm working on. But, yeah, let me go ahead and get a sip of water, because it's been a pretty freaking long day, and I'm just excited to be able to play this. Now, unfortunately, because everything has been so busy lately, I've had not much of an opportunity to sit down and do much, so I have not been able to play through Night 1. I've seen Hilltop and Sid get through it, and I will say it's really good. But this is going to be interesting. I forgot to make a save file, and I am in fact taking full advantage of my own forgetfulness by making this stream a, I'd say, playthrough of, from the very beginning, prologue, all the way up to as far as Night 2 as I can possibly get. So that should be plenty of time to really see how everything is going and just kind of show off the game in general. So that'll be... It's my idea of an interesting time anyway. Oh, let me,
I mean...
What?
You're not wrong. Witnessing the game going from having no clue what the hell it is that's going on to, oh my God, I can understand all of this. It gets deep.
Yeah, no kidding. I saw you lose your mind a little bit when you saw a couple different things here and there. And starting from the beginning... What?
there was an existential crisis that happened. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I suppose the ability for you to be able to see it from the very beginning all the way up to where the end of night 2 in a single span of time should definitely allow you a little bit of time to look at this stuff and think on it. So I think that's going to be an interesting time in its own right.
Not even really that. It's just some of the dialogue is making me go, ha. Makes you think. And again, that's all I'm going to say because I want you to experience it for yourself.
Oh, you've got me excited now.
Yeah. Some of the things that people thought they knew about the story of this game turns out to not quite be accurate.
Yeah, I had thought a number of things about the way the story unfolded with all of the poorly translated Google text dialogue, whatever. And as it turns out, large chunks of it were wrong.
Yeah, the nuance of a lot of the different characters and events probably don't come off quite well in Google Translate.
No, they don't. Like, one of the two sisters telling you that the car is moist.
Where was that?
Oh, that's like endgame level.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get to that, and
Yeah, we're not there yet.
yeah, we're a long ways away from that. I'm getting the lowdown from Nanoko about unofficial races.
Give me a second.
Wait, what the hell?
What's up?
Apparently I built myself a Countach the last time I played through.
That just means you've got good taste.
Yes! Yes, indeed.
Oh my goodness, the delayed reaction. Actually, now that I think about it, there is one specific... Hey, Ytor. Actually, I don't normally say hi to everyone, but I think I forgot to do that around this time. Hey, Skellingtor, how you doing? Also, I didn't really get to acknowledge this earlier because I'm still sort of wrapping up, but Test Drive, if you're still in here, I do really appreciate the resub. So thank you very much. But yeah, what I was gonna say is that there's been something on my mind that I've wanted to do a little bit of a powwow with both of you, and I guess a lot of people who may be interested in the automotive side of this game. It's not something that I've gotten too deep into, and it feels like this is probably a good opportunity to talk about it because, oh my god, Sid, there is so much under the hood of this game automotive-wise that just kind of blew both of our minds.
Yes,
and I think
yes, indeed there is.
And I think today is going to be a real good time to like explain a little bit of that there, because somehow this game has more ambition than even its story lets on. So let me just go ahead and post this in a couple different locations. Learned a lot about it, still learning something. How long has it been since you started playing? Because I'm curious. I've seen your name around in the Discord, and you seem to be one of the more well-informed people on this game. Granted, I don't know anywhere near as much as Sid does, but I'm also curious to see and hear how many people are really into this game and just spent so much time studying, because there's a lot going on, and there is some major potential here. Playing this game since I was 9. Question is, how long ago was that? I know Sid's been playing for the better part of a decade and a half or something. I don't freaking know.
Decade,
alright. Yeah. But
decade
yeah.
And some change, but
No, this game is just a wacky wild ride. So, you know what? That having been said, I'm just gonna go ahead, take a little breather, and why don't we get this started? Oh my god! I think we found the one person who's played more than you.
probably.
All I know personally is that this was a racing game made by Square, which is interesting. Oh, buddy, you have so little idea. You are gonna get you're gonna get the Square experience. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's the best way I can put this. But it is also gonna be it's the Square experience combined with an experience that even racing games haven't seen in a long time. In some ways, hasn't even been matched today. So it is fascinating, to say the least. And
it's crazy how like both ends of this game I think hold up so well. The story side, the cinematic side, as well as the racing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Of it and collection, like the gameplay loop is so addicting in this game. Just getting parts and racing people, and repeating that, and getting ready for the next race. It all comes together so well.
No kidding, and it's not just all, when you take that and you combine it with a ton of creative freedom that allows people to effectively play the game through whatever real kind of builds that they want to, through the flexibility of just creating whatever car you want. It's no wonder that there are people who will do things like what Sid has done, like completely run through the game with a specific build, engine, chassis, etc., etc. And there's just, the game gives you a bit too much freedom. Oh, front-wheel drive V12 limo. Let's not resurrect that. Let's not resurrect those memories, please. That's PTSD for me right there. That being said, why don't we get this party started, shall we? Well, if it would work, right?
Give it a moment.
I gotta also turn down the Fusion Jazz, and because again we are doing this from, we're gonna move from the prologue and play through night 1s and night 2 as far as we can until I'm just freaking tired. So for those of you who haven't seen this in action yet, that should give you guys plenty of opportunity to see what's been going on. Something that I will keep in mind, this is very, very much a work in progress. I mean, Sid and I are consultants, and the main person running the patch is right here, so trust me, we know it's not done yet, and we do try to keep in mind that there are still bugs and stuff that you will inevitably see, a couple errors here and there. So this is not a finished or polished experience. Consider this more of a preview, and more importantly, by my logic, a good time. Because that's ultimately what I believe that we're in this sim for. Just a good old time. Which is why I'm still letting the intro play, because this is a banger. Well aware of that.
I have noticed that occasionally, sometimes Night 4 and 5 won't bug out, but I can tell you exactly where it is that he needs to go in order to avoid the crashes, so we'll be good, believe me. Part of being the consultant on this is basically playtesting every patch that comes out, or that I get my hands on, just throwing it at a ROM and then playing through everything and making sure that nothing's broken.
DuckStation has caused a lot of headaches.
Yes, it
Up
has.
until this point, like when you're trying to test a patch, and you can't tell if the patch is crashing or if DuckStation is crashing, it really sucks. And the fact that like when we actually put this translation out fully, there are so many people who are just not going to know that and play on DuckStation anyway. That I don't know. Maybe I'll even reach out to DuckStation people, see if we can get that fixed before the game comes out.
Let me fix something up, because I'm going to make a new memory card, but you're not wrong about that either. They really need to get that together.
I have to say this, I don't know what the hell's going on with DuckStation, but for whatever reason, it seems as if more recent updates make the game a little jankier in places. It's like, this was working fine like 2 updates ago. What happened? So there's something going on with them. I don't think they realize what they're doing, but probably is one of those really stupid things. It's like, oh, we did this. Oops.
I guess part of it is Racing Lagoon really pushes the PS1 to like all of its limits.
Oh yeah.
In terms of how it loads data, even down to how it manages its graphics. That is why you see those kinds of errors in DuckStation.
Which is crazy. I did not really expect this to be like a, like, I don't know who would look at this and really consider it to be a technical showcase until you remember what Gran Turismo looks like, and you're just like, oh, there's your point of comparison.
Yeah,
So-
it's really hard for me to look at Ridge Racer Type 4 or GT2 after playing this and going, these two games were once considered the best and greatest for graphics. Then I'm looking at this going like, what the hell are they on?
Yeah, I don't know how well DuckStation handles resolution changes. It's normally fine-ish. Actually, no.
Not well.
No, it doesn't?
Not well.
Ah, that's
the graphics, especially the text, can bug out when the resolution changes.
all right. But that being said, I would definitely say that's why. Do you exclusively use DuckStation, Sid, or nah?
I bounce between DuckStation and EPSXE for the sake
Good.
of testing.
Good, because that was my concern. We definitely want to make sure that we use, both of them. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out. Hold on. That's right. We've had some problems. Well, you guys have had some problems with the slow, normal, fast speed text, haven't you, or not?
There's a couple of odd bits and pieces which are glitches which I've been trying to replicate to absolutely no success yet.
The jury's still out on that. I have fixed that line just to be shorter so that those glitches don't happen.
All right. Well,
But, we haven't thoroughly tested it yet.
that's fair. Well, in the meantime, I will go ahead and run this on slow message speed, and we will see what we get. Oh my god. You can tell I haven't streamed in a while because I keep coming up with ideas like, I should have remembered this, I should have remembered that, including grabbing a link to the patch. Oh my goodness. So I will see if I can fetch that. Also, thank you for the
Check
edit.
this out. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that one. I remember that was one of the things that I mentioned a while ago, and it just feels a lot more natural seeing it this way. So, is the feed from OBS feeding to the Discord call still, or nah?
Yes, it's still feeding.
All right, perfect. I made a new memory card a moment ago. So, wait, playtime 45. Do I have to restart for the new memory card
No.
to work?
Just hit X.
Because I made the memory card, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna see if I can save this real quick, but chances are it's only 45 minutes in, so I don't think I'm gonna have too much of a fear just deleting that.
That's literally night one, and if I had to wager a guess, it's probably some flavor of debug save.
Well, time for it to burn to the ground. So we will go ahead and start this off for real. So select a slot to create new story data in. Oh yes, beautiful, beautiful language I can understand. I still need to learn a little bit of actual Japanese, but settings and story data can be applied to a new save. Scene skip is available. Guest car data will be erased if you start a new save. Oh wow, there's a lot to this that I'm only realizing because first time experience. Well, not first time experience, but first time that I can tell what's happening. So take a quick peek around, be given the game with the chosen settings. Yep, let's do it. But yeah, I think we're gonna take a look at everything car-wise at night one, and then Sid, you and I can have a little conversation about that. I know that I believe there's been a couple lines edited here and there for the prologue. I don't know for sure. I guess you can let me know about that. I remember the name entry was fixed because there was a couple bugs with the prologue and night one patches. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Your name wasn't always getting saved correctly, and then when your name was 5 characters, it was getting shortened to 4, which should all be fixed if this is the Night 2 patch.
I hope so. I've got a 5-letter name.
Well, we'll see if it happens.
I sent him my ISO that I patched with the Night 2 patch, so it should be good.
Really appreciate that because I had forgotten to patch it. So, hey, how you doing, man? All right.
That was good.
I still can't read the text in the background ever since Sid kind of mentioned that it gets a lot trippier once you actually know what's going on. Which is hilarious to think about and say out loud, because we're starting to now realize how much we didn't know was going on.
Hilltop, I have to ask, did you touch any of the text in the background?
No, I haven't. Not for the name entry.
That's weird.
It was always in English, though.
I mean,
remember?
it was freaking out there for a second. That is just DuckStation.
Yeah, I'm looking at that, and it's like, I know for a fact that it's supposed to say Wantech Language System OS, blah, 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 programmed by Satoru Kawashima, used for Japan only, copyright Wantech.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a, Hey, Time Extend, what's going on, man?
Oh.
Which one of you two we talking with today?
It could be both.
True. But yeah, good to see you, seriously. Alright, but, I can't help it. Yeah. I can't help but be, like, happy just looking at this. Oh, Sid, you want to do your thing with this?
Oh. Yeah, sure. 10 years ago, one man was known as the fastest in all Yokohama. He could pull off a full throttle turn in 5th gear around the bends of Daisan Kien, Road Tama's River Corner. All those he raced with would tell the same story. That guy's one crazy son of a bitch! But that's enough for fairy tales.
I still stand by the fact that once this is completed and we've, like, gotten everything working, we just do, like, a silly, we just do, like, a quote-unquote dramatic read, because this is gonna be a very controversial game once it's actually all fully translated, and that's basically a matter of how much do people want to tolerate this.
Look, this game was already controversial. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All this is doing is just making it more accessible to a widespread audience who doesn't want to put up with the language barrier.
That's true. Meanwhile, I'm just here thinking everything I've seen. Yes, just inject this right into my veins.
I think interest in this game will pick up a lot once the English patch is fully out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like there is, like right now, the only people who are really into the game are super die-hard racing fans. I think that have played all the others and in their search for new and interesting racing games came across this one.
I can tell you exactly how I found this game because I can permanently remember what it was I was doing when I saw the name of the game and had morbid curiosity. And then I spent the next 3 months of my life playing the game trying to just get to the ending.
I'll definitely say your explanation is pretty much bang on. People tend to find this when they get curious, they look around, they want a new experience, they look at this weird racing game that's only released in Japan. Because there's a few of those, but none of them quite like this. Japan was really, really into the automotive scene back in the day, which is, again, the birth of tuner culture. You had things like their obsession with drag racing and top speed testing and illegal street racing on highways. And never mind the professional motorsports that they had going on and the Japanese bubble economy causing cars to get crazier and crazier to the point of absolute ridiculousness. It was an automotive mecca at the time. That's the only kind of environment where something like Gran Turismo could be born. But then you also have a bunch of smaller games, a lot of them tuner focused, and even then, through all of those, none of them quite like this. This is an incredibly unique experience.
Yeah. I'm just gonna plug Kotobi Tune as just one of those other games which kind of exists and is neat, but just...
I'm trying to remember what game it is that you're talking about.
Oh, I can describe it after we get done with it, because it's one of those weird... I'm gonna need a minute to think about how best to describe it, because it does the whole RPG thing, and it's done by Genki, I do believe.
Ooh.
Back before they were known as Genki. But it's really rough, and you spend more time planning your life around trying to get money so that way you can modify and race your car than you do actually, driving the damn thing.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense, especially for Genki, because they were also big into, like, making tuner games, and I can't think of a single game they made that wasn't some level of jank. Sorry, TXR fans, you know it's true.
I stand by the fact that Genki has never put out, ever, a fully polished game. Every single game they have put out is massively flawed in some way, shape, or form, which will forever hamper it from having mass market appeal.
I mean, it's pretty true, but I mean, like, that's emblematic of a lot of games, especially smaller smaller games, which actually could have existed in that time. And you just have so many unique creations coming out of this sort of stuff. This definitely being really up there. Watched a friend play a bit of it in the past. I got really interested when I was researching about the Monster R game, and everything around it just has such a wild story. I remember you and your friends have have one of the books that you're translating, and I know the car itself is frankly bonkers. But that's a story. That is what I can best describe as a story for another time. The legend is about to be reborn. I'm like half tempted to like really try and focus on the text here and just read it. You know, I've never got the chance to play that, but I'm well aware of that one. Hey, it is totally good to like a 7 out of 10 game. I'll tell you that right there, because I still have soft spot for like for a lot of the Genki racing games. For some strange reason, especially Racing Battle C1 Grand Prix. Let me take a look. You know the rules, same stakes as usual. Oh yeah, that's right. Something I really have to show you guys. As soon as we're done here, you think it's a safe bet to visit? I think it's Toon Shop Spencer. I really want to show these guys the way the game explains building a vehicle, because it's actually mind-blowing and it's stuff full of references.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the tutorial is quite something in this game.
Oh my god.
A bit of background insight is, I believe that tutorial was never intended to be actually used in the game. There are older builds of this game, and in those you can find the script for the tutorial, and it mentions that it was only meant as a kind of an interim tutorial to be shown at game events, like Tokyo Game Show, so that people could get an idea of how to play the game when they were at the game show, and that it would be replaced in the final game. But I guess they never really just got around to it, and so we're left with a very, very funny tutorial where the characters talk out of canon and make a lot of references.
God, the amount of just Final Fantasy everything is just nerds.
Definitely think that is the audio messing around. Can you? I'd appreciate it if you guys let. I don't know. It says the audio warbling a little. I can't really hear anything. It just sounds like the normal game right about now. So if anyone has anything, actually, let me know once we get to night 1. Because the music itself gets trippy and does start using a bunch of special effects. And as far as the tutorial, I definitely have some thoughts on that, but I will say I'm glad it's been left in there, not just because it's weird, but also because, well, as mentioned, once the localization is out and complete, there's going to be a lot of interested people wanting to play this, and I strongly believe not all of them are going to be people who are into racing games. This game is one hell of a curiosity, and the way everything is explained is accurate, but also makes sense to the average RPG players. So, man, they made a good call with that one. Yeah, I don't hear anything on that regard, man. Sorry. The rival system, if you beat your rival, you get to snatch one of their parts, which is we race for keeps. I can't take that seriously. It's so 1998.
Bruh, I can't take Kenzo seriously in the slightest. Dude's wearing a trash bag on his head, gets high and goes to play in a children's park. Like... And this is allegedly your best friend in game. It's like... Oh, God.
Oh, just wait till we look at the... Wait till we see if we can...
Just say nothing of this, dickhead.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. There's a reason this absurd, crazy person wound up being the first and only Twitch emote I've ever been able to have pull off.
Just this fucking guy. Pardon my language. Just this fucking guy. There's a reason I try and voice him like Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged every time I see him. Just
Thank you for doing that.
oh my god.
He's the most fun character to write, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Just him and his brother are just oh my god. And at times, just Sho is my spirit animal.
Ain't that
Just
the truth?
For the way he has been portrayed, this is exactly how I would have wanted him to be.
No, not Kenzo's brother. I can't even remember Purple Hair's.
Keisuke's brother.
Right, my bad.
Shinsuke.
We showed up to kill some time. Oh, yeah, there is something that I want to go ahead and point out. I might as well, I mean, especially since I have Hilltop here. A lot of the internal monologues lack punctuation, they're worded a little differently, and this is effectively by design. It's important to remember that this game is meant to be poetic. So,
Yes.
I'll let you go ahead and take that one away, because I know a lot of people are going to be confused and think it's unfinished text, but...
Yeah, it's. I guess it's still not final. We may change our mind about this depending on how we see it. But when Cho is monologuing to himself, and it gets even more like this as the game goes on, it takes on kind of a more of a kind of like verse, like as if it was poetry, as if his internal monologue is a poem or a song, and that's kind of the energy that we want to give it. We want it to look like his thoughts are kind of just floating out there in the void. And so kind of the same way the Japanese does it actually, there's less punctuation in those scenes. We only do it with his internal monologue. None of the dialogue is missing punctuation. So it's a little high concept, but we hope it'll make sense.
Something. Sid,
What?
I left your cheat codes on.
Oh, this sounds like a personal problem. Not my fault you forgot to turn them off.
Yeah, I've made a mistake.
Wait, what the hell engine did I put in that thing?
I can't right now.
Okay, so just a little bit of context for anyone who cares as to why he's riding around in a 911 with a 10,000 RPM red line. I have fumbled across a large number of archives worth of data in my time playing this game, and I figured out how exactly to go through the effort of making your car basically whatever the hell you want it to be as soon as the credits are done loading in. Oh god.
Oh, wow, that was not expected. Holy crap, I'm going to have to fix that. There's been a massive hate raid problem, and that was a bit preemptive. Why would you do that, bot? I got that. I'm sorry. I owe you all an apology. Let me fix that.
It seems as if we have been invaded.
This is like... no, I'm not okay with this. Let me see if I can fix this. Message similarity 95%. I'm sorry, guys. Where is the,
Well, we can leave West banned because he has betrayed the Dorito Master Race, and he no longer owns an RX-7.
Oh, is that so? Maybe I should throw that back on him. Sorry about that, guys. For those unaware, there's been massive problems with Twitch, lately. Needless to say, I'll just simplify it like this. There's gonna be a reason a lot of people aren't gonna be streaming September 1st. Yeah, my dude just unlocked the New Game Plus option.
Yeah, alright, so basically what happens is that Akasaki, he said, hell with this crappy old 8.6, and basically, after beating the game, punches a hole through the fabric of the reality that we live in, and just said, let's do this. Stole Schneider's 9/11, and here we are.
Yeah. No, those weren't follow bots. Those were legitimate people that I know, but because of the whole hate raid situation that's been going on with Twitch, I guess the bot got a little overzealous, and I'd like to go ahead and apologize to Menus and West. And also, thank you guys so very much for being here. Let me be clear. I really freaking appreciate it. I guess I gotta stop the emulation. I'm trying to fix the cheat code problem. Because God help me if I continue to play the game like that and I break it further. I don't even remember how to access the cheat manager. Oh, that's
Alt,
how.
Enter. Never mind.
I got it. There we go. I got it. I saved the code as Sid's tomfoolery.
Yes, because I had developed a whole bunch of codes the last time you were playing through the prologue, just coming up with various concoctions of car for you to drive. And this crack spec 911 was one of them. I'd just be absolutely buggered if I can remember what the hell drivetrain I gave it.
I will find out post-race. For those of you who accidentally got hit by the overzealous bot, I'd appreciate it if you said something in the chat just to double check it. Oh, there's no spoiler here. Like, we haven't spoiled anything but the existence of a 911. Everyone's...
By the time we actually find out who the man whose name I mentioned is, it's the end of the game.
Oh, you're the one saying things.
Of course I'm the one who's saying things. I've been playing the game for like the past 10 years.
No, I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So I was a little too busy worrying about the anti-harassment bot.
Understandable.
The undefeated record stands. What is he? Ah.
So basically, Fujisawa, since coming to Yokohama, has been undefeated in that crazy fast R30 of his. And his wins have basically started trumping those of some crazy fast dude from 10 years ago that the prologue alluded to. We'll get to that.
Alright, I'm still trying to, mentally, have everything click and remember the plot, because it's been a long time, and I can't say I've forgotten things, but it's a matter of, it's just not on the mind. So I'm still trying to, recover. Oh, whatever you put in this thing, the engine can't even level up.
Oh, so probably the Wantec V12. Got it.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry.
Guess I'm taking the brake pads.
Wait, what the hell did I give you for a chassis? Oh, it's just
It
a
is the
standard
Wantec V12.
Of course it is. Hey,
Horse
word of
chat.
advice, don't take off any of those engine parts. Just
What is that? What are they?
don't worry about it.
Don't. Outdated nav system displays upcoming turns. I still love that. 250 kilograms. Oh yeah, there's been a couple of issues with. So a little bit of insight, just because I think you'll find some of this interesting. There has been a couple of issues with. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. So what was it? Some of the parts say that they're a certain weight when they're not, and believe it or not, that's actually been a bit of a localization issue. It's not. That's how they were freaking. What was it? The R32 GTR is our best example of this.
One of the R30 Skylines is, I think it was either the 33 or the 30. It was either the 32 or the 33R. Had an incorrect weight value, and I think I pointed it out as hey, look, this is a little bit of an error, and I think it was corrected, but don't quote me on that because I can't remember fully off the top of my head without going and looking it up.
And I believe I remember.
I should have probably just gone and done that because I have had Duck Station open up until about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, but my point is that I'm pretty sure that the values were kind of bugged out in Japan in the original release, and it's just it's a case of like somehow the localization is also correcting errors.
Yeah, that may be my own doing, just because it's like, you know, they didn't care about this, but I care about this because Joe Average may not catch this and wonder why he's not nearly performing as well as he should be with the bits that he's selected.
That's just taking pride in your work, man.
Sure.
Pride in the game as well.
Yes.
Hell of the
Most
first
certainly.
night. And that is the end of our prologue, which... Hold on, is everything still working on your collective end, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, good to know. So I will go ahead and pop this in slot 1. This is a trip. We have... We've New Game Plused it by complete accident. I knew I was gonna forget something.
Well, congratulations. I forgot too, so...
This is gonna be good.
Well, enjoy the ride, because I can assure you, just things gonna be a little weird.
Let's just call it the developer. Let's just call it a developer car and leave it at that.
It's a debug engine, and that's all I can say.
I mean, I know
Actually,
that one. Huh?
Actually, I was kind of thinking of doing something similar to this when we do release. I think there are some people who are like really bad at racing games, and they would want something like like an easy mode save file.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
There's a reason why I compiled all of the saves the way I did. You could just set them loose on night 1 at the gas station with the thing that I have, and just be like, here you go nuts. You have everything in the game that you can technically reasonably acquire.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad idea, but I think what Hilltop is referring to more is something starting from the beginning.
Right, which might be technically the earliest we can possibly do it is at that gas station.
Oh.
So the player would just have to play through the beginning and then load up the save file, which might just be the only way we can do it. But this,
I mean, theoretically, it's just a...
Oh, you know what? You might be right, yeah. You can have a save file that's even before.
You can have one that's literally at like the very, very beginning of the game, but the game is going to automatically load your car as the default config of however it's set up for that moment in time. And I know how to cheat different engine, body, and chassis in for the start of that race. That's not the hardest thing in the world to do. But actually getting it to save that data and then load it in as you're beginning a new playthrough, that's something that's beyond me at this moment in time.
Yeah, that might be a little bit more tough.
However, I'm sure there's something in the game code which tells you that it has to load X, Y, and Z, so it wouldn't be hard to change a handful of values here and there, because I think I have all of the addresses for the various parts of the car.
I mean, realistically speaking, I would say just start with basically just the Game Shark cheat method, where it's just like run this code during the prologue, and then just make sure you disable it after the race. Like,
yeah,
like our little accident just now. Oh, pardon.
Yeah, but not everyone is playing with a Game Shark.
True.
Game Sharkable device or emulator.
I'm also operating under the assumption that many of the people who just decide, hey, I want to play this, probably have no idea how the hell half that stuff works to begin with.
That is also, in fact, very true. So, Joe over here is just having an absolute crisis trying to figure out, why do I like this so much? He's like, it feels like he's basically chasing a ghost, or rather the ghost of What's been going on? Hey, Jack. I'm in a tough spot. You gotta help me out here. Oh, God. Oh, that's the, I guess that's background chatter. Don't try to hide.
I see you there. I know you run with me a lot.
Foreigner Graveyard in South Kyoko. Give me a hand. Foreigner Graveyard. Do we have one of those? He doesn't even know where he's at.
Like I said, Show is my spirit animal. Like, do you have any idea how much I relate to this guy?
I can,
Like-
I believe it right about now. I'm useless with this thing. I can never remember phone numbers, and figuring out speed dial is beyond me. That's such a average Joe line of text, and I kind of love that. Was that actually in there?
Yeah, there was something like that. I mean, speed dial was new tech at the time. I mean, not really, but kind of.
For an 18-year-old who presumably isn't exactly coming from money, and I imagine Initial D hasn't jacked the prices of 8.6s at this point in time, I suspect probably he's not quite under mommy and daddy's money, but he's, you know, he's scraping by.
Yeah, that's fair. Case here is just already pit. You hide in something. What the Oh, they are just on the attack.
bucko.
They are just on the attack. Oh God, now I can figure out.
These assholes. As if I'd tell you.
Now I can figure out what the magic face was. Oh God, I'm half tempted to go for it just because I know what the actual end result is gonna be. This is new territory.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whichever option you pick. So I'd just be assholes directly back to him.
You know what? Yeah, fair. And also that seems like what Joe would do. He just does not seem to care.
Show is literally a thought destroyer. We got a wise guy here.
Oh yes, I'm for it. You
better drop the attitude. You were gonna meet with Icky, weren't you, Kaiba boy? The night races just want to have a little chat with you. Psst. Didn't you lose to this guy last night? The guy who took my part? It took me a month to save up for that thing. My allergies were acting up. It wasn't a fair race at all. Do you seriously think you beat me? That's some sad shit. Psst. Keisuke, it's showtime. Let's go.
I can't. Yeah, I can't now.
Good luck. You're going to need it with that tin can Volkswagen you drive.
He just. Oh my God, this is so good.
You talk mad shit for somebody who burns oil every time he goes to change gears.
I can't right now.
Park all day. Two total losers.
I can't right now.
I keep thinking about last night. It's like nothing I'd ever experienced. I need to go back and feel it again.
Congratulations. This is basically just a crack edition at this point. He had his first taste.
Oh no.
No. Oh,
Facepalm, what quote are you stealing? It's like I'm finally meant. Oh no! It's like I'm finally where I was meant to be. On my knees. Oh god, we had an absolute field day playing through this in my server for the first time. Isolave and I don't know which one of us initially said it, but we both ran with the idea that oh god. Oh yeah, Facepalm gets it. I don't think I can talk about it here. It might be a little too inappropriate for Twitch.
oh my God, I can't.
Oh, and Facepalm. More specifically, you talk mad shit for someone who's in rear engine swap distance. God, that was cursed.
I can't right now. Oh, and that music is still such a groove. And I'm still in the Germany Turbo.
Of course.
I expect things to go wrong, not right.
Well, you're going to wipe the floor with just about everyone at this point. It's like...
That's good. That means I get to build a... Oh, right. This is where it's like... This is where where it really starts to get that poetic vibe going on. Driving brings the heat. This needs narration, but I don't... I need practice if I'm going to do something like that. This is...
Again. I'm in full favor of having
right
the
there
reading.
Is like the most famous line in the game in Japanese.
What,
That's
bring
where
the heat?
like all the memes are born. Yeah, I tried to capture some of it, some of the magic of the line in Japanese.
I didn't even know that was a... I didn't even know that was like a thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah. It goes something like, "Atsui no wa oretachi no driving," which basically means, like, basically what I wrote there, but maybe more hilarious.
Find out just how hot it can get.
The freaking emphasis too just seals it. Okay, press circle button to park. Ah! Speeding bullets, flashing their high beams. They're into... Is this like... Did we just get a poetic... Did we just get a tutorial poem?
Pretty much.
Yes.
I love this game. Bullet encounter.
That used to say bullet encount. And they changed it to encounter.
Yeah, but why bullet? That's curious.
Okay, because the very first line he referred to the other racer as speeding bullet,
Ah.
and other racers in the overworld as speeding bullets.
Yeah. So bullet encounters are basically the random battles of this game. The guys with their high beams on.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Thank you for the explanation. That's useful. Ferris wheel, cosmic big wheel. That's just an interesting way that they explain it. Oh, nice. This thing. You can save your game at the gas station by Marine Tower. Oh, yes. Thank you for the advice while continuing to confront me.
Yes, because apparently the opposing teams in this game are just so friendly that even despite kidnapping your girlfriend, they will explain the basic game mechanics to you.
How convenient, right?
Now do us all a favor and kick his ass.
Oh, like that's gonna be a problem. Alright, so... Oh, the lag, though!
I mean, it's a 3.2 liter V12.
It's been quite a while since I've played this and tried to take it seriously, so... This is gonna be interesting to say the least. Especially considering this is very much a handbrake racer. If you're not using... That's gonna be the best hint that I can give to anyone who's trying to play this game and not know what the hell is going on. Directional pad, not analog stick, and use your handbrake. In advance of corners, not right at them, as you can clearly see. Now, it's been an age, and I'm feeling it right now.
Again, I really need to work on the guide that I've been trying to write for this just to give players a fighting chance of getting through this game unscathed.
Why would you want to get them through unscathed? Come
Because
on,
I want people to actually have fun and enjoy this game and not have to spend 3 months of their life trying to brute force shit the way I did.
Fair. Oh, yeah.
I know.
No. What?
I realize I am a sucker for having other people not suffer whilst suffering myself, but this might be one of those situations where it would have been handy for me to have written something like this years ago.
No, I figure, and it's gonna be good to have some sort of explanation, but I also think that I also see the value in a fresh experience akin to a new game where people don't really know anything and they're still learning.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I don't really know what to think here. Also, I am gonna go ahead and throw this out there. So only the basics of the vehicle parts list was translated with the prologue patch, but starting with night 1, I believe it was basically the entire parts list, and we've been able to take a look at all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be edited a little bit here and there, but in theory, you can still run through the game and know how to build a car because everything's been explained pretty well. And I'd say outside of bug fixes and input and advice, this is where Sid and I have been really able to help out with this, explain how certain automotive parts work and their effects on a car. Because this game is nuts. I genuinely mean it. And hey, there's no automatic in this. So I'm gonna toss out the GPS because why? But, oh yeah, I'm trying to remember, what is in this V12 that you made? Is that the GP filter?
No. That's, again, all I did was give you 3 cheat codes to change the engine, the drivetrain, and the body.
Then what are the parts that are in there?
The standard ones that you start the game with.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So a craptacular exhaust, which you really should throw out in favor of the EXT95 or the EXT110. Can I swap the parts? I know I can't remove them. Yes, you can swap them, but if you remove them, you lose the socket.
Alright, got it. So, let's head to Toon Shop. Let's head to Toon Shop Spencer's. I absolutely have to show you all the tutorial, and then we can have our little talk about a lot of what's going on under the hood, so to speak. Because, wow, this game is something else. Well, save the game first. Good idea.
Great idea.
Thank you very much. Pardon me. Oh, no, gas station's behind me. There we go.
We actually had a long chat about the name of that street. It's SYK Main Street. And one of the other translators really thought it should be Sky Main Street. Like, what the hell is SYK? But, so we changed it. But then I did some thinking. Wait, it just means South Yokohama, doesn't it?
Yes.
SYK. And so we had to go back and change it.
Aha! Yeah, that makes sense. Yes,
hey.
mileage. Home to BLR's second in
it's
command.
my alter ego.
Impressive how you both have a spirit animal and an alter ego in this game. First formed out of part-timers working at this gas station. Most of us quit, but Kyoji held down the fort. What's it? Oh, I wish I could read this and give it the proper feel that it should, because this is honestly just pretty...
God. Okay, this image right here, it hits a lot different now that my car is on jack stands and the transmission's sitting on a little stand in the middle of my garage. It's like, oh, I've become this man. I'm just some blue paint, taillights, and a spoiler away from having my car be Nanba's at this point. It's just, oh. Look at this crime. We're a real deal racing team, Kyoji said with a smile. Me? I couldn't wait to wash it off with a cold shower.
How did he wind up at a gas station? That's what I'm curious.
That dang grease. The same reason everyone in the starting group of friends in Initial D worked at the gas station. Look, Facepalm, what if some of us want to take drugs, modify our cars to be experimentally quick, and then do a fucking flip?
I swear I wish I had a Stream Deck. I would have just held down the censor button for all of that.
So if
just
you're
one
here...
long beep.
I heard those night races. They ain't too happy about getting creamed yesterday. I can't get a hold of Kenzo or Yuka neither. Could you rally the troops for me? My Apex seals are blowing up.
Yeah, we need to visit Muraoka at some point as well.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh, I mean, I remember. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that. I'll definitely go back to that one.
What you thinking about? Yes, Facepalm.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not something I needed to think
Stop,
about.
Face palm, stop.
Cease! Cease!
Cease.
DS is giving out merch as part of an ad campaign. Enjoy. What? Hey!
If Green Wind is a move that you perform in the bedroom, I don't want to know what it actually is.
Oh, holy crap. Can't right now. Alright, so that's a part that's going in there. Whoa, hold up.
Hold up. This is a gas station. Aren't you forgetting something? How about a quick GS?
Gas station, game save. Oh my god, it clicked!
Yes. Bro, you still working?
That's...
Like, I love the energy that they give off.
Think of me whenever you do this. I remember the GS. Just...
Again, show is literally my spirit animal when I'm on edibles.
my god. Not even no thoughts, he legitimately lacks a brain.
So he's basically city-dwelling Takumi.
Hello. Hello, he's basically just me at this point. No thoughts, head empty, just car.
Not even no thoughts, head empty, just car. No thoughts.
Okay. Oh, you're killing me. Alright, but yeah, we will visit Body Shop Moroka after Toon Shop Spencer because, well, one's a little bit more relevant than the other.
You should probably go and actually swipe a couple of parts to sell off of some other cars. Just so that way you have enough money to pick up a bore upgrade or the high compression pistons.
I'll probably do that later. Let me head to... Oh, let me do something real quick. I've got a slightly less junk air filter now. So... DS mileage is specialty. 2 for 10,000 yen.
2 for $100.
Ultra filter up to 1%. Wait, I think the box filter is going to be better then, isn't it?
The Green Wind.
Green Wind's
Will
actually
be
better?
Yes.
A
By
little bit.
like a fraction.
Front engine, front wheel drive Porsche. No, we saved that for later. Besides,
Oh,
that's...
God.
Wait a minute. Front engine, front wheel drive Porsche. Dude, I've got a solution for you, and I don't even have to do any sort of work to the vehicle. Watch this. Allow me to demonstrate. Reverse gear. I've done it. There we go. We've solved an engineering problem with as little effort as possible. Just throw it in reverse.
Just throw it in the bin.
Yes, we finessed it. All right.
Oh, I just got finessed.
All right. Toon Shop Spencer. We are in for a fun time here. Because, oh my god. Toon Shop Spencer. Wait, this is home turf for Team Bay Lagoon Racing.
It's kind of their shared turf. Their turf is Spencer and the wharf, Bay Lagoon Wharf.
Sid,
Yes?
You remember that
Toon
one
Shop
real-
Spencer.
you remember that one realization that someone had regarding Spencer and his uncanny resemblance to someone else?
Okay, weren't you just yelling at me for plot spoilers there, buddy?
I'm being
It's-
vague. I'm being vague.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I remember that rather vividly.
Also, I think that was a case of them just reusing character models.
No,
It
I
probably
believe it, but I
was,
can-
all things considered.
No, it definitely was, but that doesn't mean I can't make that freaking fan theory a little bit worse when you realize that connection and this is BLR's turf.
That also isn't actually Spencer, that's the Prince of the Test Course.
Oh,
What the difference is? Who could say? I sure as hell don't know, it's never explained. Just... far as we know, it could actually be Spencer, it could be somebody else entirely, who cares? Some rich guy waltzed in, built the Toon Shop alongside the only racetrack in Yokohama purely for sport. Can you imagine having Yakuza levels of money and doing that in the middle of Yokohama?
I would absolutely, if I was in that position. Convenient to tune up your car and then take it across the street for a test drive. It's like it's tutorial.
Kyoji sure was stoked about it.
Hilltop, that one in the chat's for you, man.
Sorry, what is that? Schoolie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. It's really exciting seeing people actually play it and see it and understand the story for after like 20 years.
It's... Yeah.
Isn't that the truth? Rumor has it the manager here has a 10-year history in street racing. Machine gun torque. That's a line.
Yep, that is as is from the Japanese. Didn't change anything there.
Don't ask him for a discount. Oh, it says see ya. I love that. Normally it's just leave, but there's actual text for that one too. Schoolie, thank you for the follow, man. All right, now's where it gets fun, and by that I mean mind-blowing. Isn't that White 88.6 there, an American version? No, they were never available. Look at the front. Okay, so in North America, we never got 11s. We never had fixed headlamp versions of that Corolla. So, sort of automatically disqualifies it. Although, it's not uncommon for Japanese people to back import American spec parts. There is actually a Japanese culture that likes American vehicles, even if not especially Japanese vehicles that have been brought over to the States. How do I pronounce that? Sodamin? Or yes. So, I'm gonna get that wrong and I know it, but I want to thank you for the follow regardless. Like, seriously. The one in the elevator in the right. Well, I've missed it, so... But yeah, it could just be... It could just also be a bug. There's a cutscene where there's a Grand Caravan. Moving on, as we get into an absolute drug trip of a tutorial. Where I'm just almost afraid to say anything.
Something. The animation budget ran out. No, genuinely.
Welcome to the tutorial. Welcome to the tutorial. Welcome to the tuning tutorial. Say that 3 times fast. I'm Team BLR leader Iki Fujita, and Sid is just completely in the background right now. I can just see him talking as like a small pixel hiding behind the M of Machine Shop right now, or Machine Tune. In this tutorial, I will personally teach you the basics of Machine Complete. Yeah, this is absolutely fourth wall breaking. And then there's Kenzo. You listening? I know long lectures aren't really your thing. Oh my god. I'm gonna be asking questions though, so make sure you pay attention. It's Kenzo. Do I really want to? If you get bored, you can always press start and scene skip out of here. To become the fastest, you gotta learn the ins and outs of each race course. But your driving skill alone can only take you so far. Master racers also know how to tune their ride for the occasion. Both of these skills are crucial. Makes sense. Does it, Kenzo?
Kenzo's gonna say some really dumb stuff here.
I know, and that makes this so much better. I almost don't want to keep going. Like, this is just... it's weird to the point where I feel like Sid just needs to be here. But, Machine Complete's got 3 menus. Engine Complete, Chassis Complete, and Body Complete. The performance of your car depends on all 3 working in harmony. Improving your car ain't exactly straightforward, but basically, you want speed? Go to Engine Complete. Cornering? Chassis Complete. Looking fly? Body Complete. It's all up to you. So install the parts that suit your style. And that is true. Like you can build cars in very creative ways in this game and get away with it. Note to self: engine, chassis, body. Wait, what's my style? Need any more info? Yep, give it to me all. Complete menu guide. So, engine complete. This is where it gets really good. Like, Strap in. Engine Complete is where you tune up your engine, the heart and soul of your car. Remember how you'd junction magic with your Guardian Force in Final Fantasy
8.
That's 8? Okay.
I believe so.
Right, gotcha. Think of your parts as increasing your engine stat in the same way. My favorite GF is Bahamut, in case you were wondering. Thank you. Thank you. That was not something I was thinking. Mine's Tonberry King. Check out the engine unit at the top left of the screen. A few different types of engines exist, but they all rotate your crankshaft at the end of the day. Oh, that sounds so wrong. Terms like V6, rotary, and 8-stroke describe how the cylinders are arranged and moved.
Right, I think we had a comment about this line.
Yeah, 8-stroke is not...
8-stroke is not exactly correct here.
Yeah, exactly. That's weird, though, because I also remember that the... how was that in the Japanese text? Because we had a discussion about this.
Yeah, let me pull it up, actually.
So, for context...
I can fix it in real time.
Yeah. So, for context, I remember we were having this conversation where V6 was explicitly mentioned, rotary was explicitly mentioned. I don't really understand how 8-stroke was mentioned. We were thinking of having that described as V8, but an 8-cylinder engine sort of makes sense, but at the same time, here's the thing. 8 cylinders does not really line up for an explanation of how cylinders are arranged. So if you're trying to explain how the cylinders in an engine are arranged, like, you wouldn't say, what shape is the cylinders? Cylinder! So that is kind of a bit interesting. I don't remember what the original language was, but for something like this, it seems like, especially in the context of the game, the world, and the parts that you get, it does seem to be something that should be say an inline 6, because those were hugely popular back in the day, and a V8, because, you know, V8s are V8s. So how does that translate exactly? Let me see this. I don't want to go to Google Translate on this one, but...
Yeah, I believe that is actually... cylinder is more correct. Because I think if you actually go to... Oh, I'll have to pull it up in the Japanese text. Let me pull up the list of parts and see exactly how that text is used. Because some of this stuff is like, you know, I can understand the Japanese pretty well. When it gets down to like automotive terms in Japanese, that's when it gets a little iffy.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for. But yeah, it is definitely a bit on the interesting side, especially when you try to think about what was relevant in that time frame. So I do a quick Google Translate, and it translates to straight 8. So in like an inline 8, if that makes any sort of sense. But I cannot...
No, it is in fact 8-cylinder. So 8-cylinder is what it should be.
That is so weird. That's not a cylinder arrangement. That's just a cylinder count.
I would be sorely tempted to replace it with something like flat 4 or just something like that.
Well, we
just
also
because
want to be faithful to the original text too.
I understand that, yes, but at the same time, this is also a tutorial trying to explain concepts, and there is never any point where there is a straight 8 that you can acquire in-game anywhere.
That's my concern. See, I would, like, personally, I'd go with a straight 6 and then a V8, because that's going to make a lot more sense, especially relevant to what was happening in automotive engineering, especially in Japan at the time. You go to, like, a straight 6 or an inline 6, and you have the entire JZ line of engines. You have the RB lineup, and you have a bunch of, like diesel engines and stuff like that. Meanwhile, if you go to V8, you know what a V8 is. Those were coming all over the place from Germany and the United States. So that's my input, but that's also just kind of splitting hairs there. So let's go ahead and move on. So remember, the parts you can use are limited depending on the type of engine. The numbers you want to keep an eye on are max power and max torque.
I think I'm going to change it to just flat for now, because that is how the game describes the engines. I don't think it calls anything a flat 4 in this game.
Yeah,
the Subaru EJs.
Thank you for the
Yes,
100 bits, Anonymous.
But how the text is actually, I guess I'll take a look at it. But what it's actually called in the part descriptions.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at that, and we'll double check everything and see what we can help out with. But yeah, I don't think. Here's the thing with Flat 4. There's like 2-3 engines that cover that spectrum, Facepalm. So I think that's a little more of a curiosity. So let me see. So question: why are they important? Oh wow, they go in. I forgot how in depth this goes. This is basically just vehicle construction for dummies, which I'm on board for. So let's take a look at what we got. Max power determines the top speed your car can reach. It's measured in horsepower, which is PS. What is the I know PS isn't exactly horsepower, but they're close enough that I don't think people are really gonna need to
Yes, and
worry
the game
about that.
does straight up just call it horsepower. So the game didn't feel the need to make the distinction.
Yeah, well, in Japan, they rate their cars in PS, so close enough. It's as vital as attack power in Final Fantasy or Saga Frontier. Max power is displayed next to the RPM that your engine reaches it at. Having lots of horsepower is useless if your engine can't maintain it at high RPM. The blue line on the graph shows the relationship between horsepower and RPM. An ideal blue line rises smoothly, like the one behind me. See, that's a good explanation. Note to self, blue line to good, max power equals top speed. Oh, blue line up. Oh, and cool engine icon equals more power? Yeah, special occasion Badger, how you doing? Also, 29 months. Nope, don't think about it. I'm gonna go full humble if that's the case. I cannot believe that. So we have torque. Go ahead and take a look at that. Max torque is a measure of your engine's maximum rotational force. The fact that that was well explained is kind of mind-bending. Torque is that explosive power that turns a boxer's punch into a knockout. As max torque increases, so does your car's acceleration. I double tapped it.
Oh no, we skipped the reference.
Yeah, I know. I'm
That's
going
good.
back. I'm gonna do that on purpose. It's just kind of double tapped by mistake. So yeah. So it's like strength in Saga Frontier or Final Fantasy, the base stat for power. Max torque is measured in kilogram meters and is shown next to the RPM it peaks at. The red line on the graph shows the relationship between torque and RPM. A gentle hill-shaped curve, like this one, leads to easier handling. I think that could work. I think that works. The tachometer is shown above your speedometer, and it measures your RPM. Give it a check every once in a while to understand your engine better. This is why I can't do narration. I kind of overread or yeah.
I see. Torque affects acceleration. Smooth curve equals easy handling.
Which is a fair explanation of that, honestly. So, curb weight, this one's kind of simple. Curb weight
is the total weight of all your units and parts. Keep in mind that the engine tends to be the heaviest thing on your car. Think of it like your equipment weight in Final Fantasy or Saga Frontier.
Thank you, Schooly, but Sid's definitely got the better voice by far.
Imagine all the heavy gear that Gustav the 13th from Saga Frontier 2 has to carry around.
I had to look this
All that extra junk in your car just slows you down.
What'd you say, Hilltop?
I had to look that character up. I did not know who they were talking about. I played Tier 2.
Dieting is when you try to reduce your overall curb weight.
I mean,
Cars got a diet too. Lighter equals faster. This is making me hungry. We should get McDonald's.
if I have to hear about Saga Frontier or Final Fantasy, I will turn the Geneva Convention into a checklist. You don't want to be here for much longer then.
Wait a minute, did somebody say Stone Temple Pilots? the irony when I'm listening to one of their songs because Gran Turismo 2 is playing in the background.
Hey, nice. How?
Here you are. Is that the weird number on the now loading screen?
PWR, power to weight ratio, is an estimate of how well your car actually performs. It divides your weight by your horsepower. By comparing the two, you can actually gauge how fast you actually go, or PWR is faster.
Wait, what was that formula? Fractions, decimals, didn't know there'd be math.
It's weird to see that tutorial. It's how engine works for newbies. All that applies to real life. Maybe not all of it, but a lot. Most of it does, which is interesting because it means that... So for a lot of people playing Gran Turismo back when that was like new, we're talking like the first 2 games. This is how people like Sid and myself started playing racing games and stuff like that and learned about cars. The weird and fascinating thing about that is that this could have done the same thing for an entire generation of Japanese people who did get the chance to play this game. Because it's well explained.
Oh yeah. Just a side note before I finish reading this. The terrifying thing is that this is actually remarkably accurate to how stuff works, and this is a really simplified and condensed down version of what you would find if you were to read through, say, the Gran Turismo 1 or 2 manuals, which basically give you a whole lesson of vehicular dynamics and all that. So...
Always did love those little side books that sort of like explain everything, but that's like for the people who are like really into like racing and automotive physics and stuff like that. This, what I can best describe as for dummies explanation, still works quite well.
Those F1 cars that Kenzo drools over can hit about 800 kg per 1000 PS, giving them a PWR of 0.8 kg to PS. My RS 2000 Turbo clocks in at 2.5, and a stock CVC 1600 like Kenzo's is around 6.5.
Burn!
Which tells me a lot about his car.
Lower PWR equals faster. I thought it was the other way around. Bingo, I know how to power up. Just gotta take parts from slower models like Wagon 660s, then move up to the big boys.
He's learned!
Chee I'll be unstoppable.
How does it feel acquiring a new brain cell, Kenzo? Sid?
Yeah? Oh. Check out the little slots next to the engine icon. The part you find and fit into these slots improve your engine's performance. It's like using your gear to raise your damage in Final Fantasy or Sega Frontier. Pardon, Saga Frontier.
I'm sorry. That was... Go for it.
Engines have a level and gain experience. After racing enough with an engine, it'll level up. If you level up an engine, its power, torque, and socket count will increase. That's a bit of a misnomer. The power and torque won't actually increase, but it'll allow for a higher power potential for your engine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, engines don't get more powerful on their own without sockets. Basically, the socket count increases, and that's it.
I think, yeah, this is a song that did confuse me, because I believe in Japanese this is actually what it says, but it didn't seem right to me.
Yeah, it's not. Just because you don't get faster just because, you race the crap out of an engine. No, the power will stay static, as well as the torque and the weight. The only thing that goes up is the socket counts, and even then it's a bit of a 50-50 dice toss as to whether or not you'll actually have enough, or it'll be just whatever. I have a guide which actually tells you all the numbers for it, which is how I've been able to plan some of my playthroughs. I would still advise just...
Yeah, I think that's one of those points where it's just the Japanese text actually is just flat out wrong on that one, so...
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's totally what the Japanese says. I guess I'll fix that then.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. That way players don't get confused. Anyway. Oh, I double skipped again.
However, level ups can't add sockets to an engine that started without any. Some high-spec engines have no levels, so they'll never upgrade. Be smart about using them. Okay, addendum here? Not a lot of the high-level engines actually are lacking sockets, so just a pain in the ass to level up, but you can get through the whole game only utilizing engines that have no sockets. You will swap your engines a grand total of 4 times. Once you've chosen a tuning goal, level up an engine that fits your plan.
I think I get it. Tuning up an engine means fitting it with parts.
Yeah, okay, and we were joking about Show having no thoughts at empty. Some parts improve air intake and exhaust, like air filters and mufflers. Then there's more specialized parts like ECUs and bore-ups. And who doesn't love installing a turbo? Even a crummy engine can roar once you tune it up just right.
How many turbos do I need to beat Icky?
I'm sorry.
Neglecting some aspects of an engine to chase pure power can throw off its balance.
Oh yeah, that is like surprisingly important.
But you'll get a feel for that soon, so don't worry.
Great advice, but ultimately, race how you want.
The fact that that's viable in this game. Oh, I think, was that the Engine Complete tutorial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so now we move on to Chassis. Which is, I believe it's a little less dense, but...
Yeah, Chassis Complete is where you tune up the handling and mobility of your car. It's like raising your agility in Final Fantasy or... I'm not gonna read.
It's just Saga!
Whenever it mentions doing... It's just, Saga Frontier. Your car makes contact with the road on just 4 tires, so make the most out of them. Your chassis contributes greatly to stability and maneuverability of your car.
Oh, 4 tires per car. Gotta write that down.
Kenzo!
Again, we were joking about Show being no thoughts head empty. Does anybody check to see what kind of shit Kenzo's smoking? Cause like, if it's making him that stupid, you probably shouldn't be driving a car to begin with.
Nobody introduced the midget to Kenzo.
Oh no! The large icon in the top left is your chassis. Chassis are split into 5 types depending on engine location and drivetrain.
Why do you suddenly sound like Takahata? Jesus. Come on.
Alcohol.
Ah, noted.
Don't worry about it. Drivetrain describes all the components that deliver power from the engine to the wheels.
Okay, question. What the heck does that mean?
Time for the explanation.
The 5 types of drivetrain are as follow.
Oh, you get the full explanation. Hey look, it's my Porsche driving backwards.
Front engine, front drive. The engine is in the front, powering the front wheels. Most passenger cars are built this way for cabin space and fuel efficiency. And also packaging. But we don't care about that. We're street racers. Since all the power is in the front, it's got a front-heavy feel when cornering. You'll end up understeering due to your big turning radius.
Oversteering is when you do the opposite.
FF is the most popular type of drivetrain. They're great at accelerations off the starting line without skidding, so beginners like them. Speaking of, when are you upgrading, Kenzo? Oh! A CC 1600 is FF? Cool!
Oh, beautiful.
FR, front engine, rear drive. Engine in the front, powering the rear wheels. It's like a mullet. They're usually found in sports cars like that 8.6 I gave you.
And then I threw in the bin.
Just FYI, not a sports car at all. It was an old passenger economy car that just so happened to be really popular in the aftermarket department.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the honest truth. Those 8.6 Corollas were, outside of high-level trims, were just common cars that just happened to be rear drive. They were rear drive, and that's basically why people liked them. Just because they were rear drive.
And cheap. And plentiful.
Well, they're not plentiful now.
Thanks, Japan. FRs can make sharper turns and accelerate more stably as weight is on the powered wheels. I'd recommend FR if you want to experience driving pleasure and drift like a king. My RS-2000 Turbo is FR as well, of course.
Drifting is nuts. I'd hit the railings for sure. Pulling the handbrake is scary.
But a necessity in this game.
MR, mid-engine rear drive, engine in the middle, powering the rear wheels. These aren't your everyday cars, cabin space is minimal. Its real purpose is max speed. F1 cars have mid-engine rear drive configurations. Cornering is also much easier due to your center of gravity being in the middle. Steering is so tight that the line between man and machine blurs. Tiny errors can be fatal. I mean, so can a lack of charisma, but nobody tells anybody else that.
Poor Kenzo. I wish someone would tell him that.
If you want to come after my title, MR is for you. Thank you, Facepalm. Driving. Appreciate it.
MR, huh? F1 cars are so sick.
How did F1 get into the... Does he
because
actually
the...
know... What?
No. So Kenzo, they've been poking fun at Kenzo for liking mid-engine, like Formula One stuff, because we're assuming that he's basically some stoner kid. Which, given the way he acts and the fact that his eyes are more blood red than Dracula's, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's probably doing more than a little bit of weed.
Yeah, but I do sort of have to go ahead and point this out. He knows that Formula One cars are mid-engine, but he doesn't know his Civic is front-wheel drive.
RR, rear engine, rear drive. This will be short and sweet. Because I've never actually driven one. The engine is in the rear, powering the rear wheels. Handling is light. Cars like the Germany and the Coro Coro are typical RRs. And in fact, the only RRs.
RR. That's 2 R's.
That's 2 R's, 2 RR.
I'm glad we are amusing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Genuinely means a lot to me, man. I'm glad you're enjoying your I'm glad you're enjoying your time here. Seriously. Also,
Facepalm, shut up. That's spoilers. I see my connection parallel to Nekopara in this game has gone swimmingly well.
By the way, Facepalm, thank you for the Discord username. You'll see it, Sid. All right, so
no.
I think we're just missing 4-wheel drive. So
Yeah, 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive. Power from the engine is distributed to all 4 wheels, sometimes called 4x4. They're not the same thing.
they're not.
It does great on rough terrain and overcomes the disadvantages of each 2-wheel drive layout. Except not really. Too bad it's nothing special in terms of raw performance. The R32 would like a word. You also need to worry about understeering because all 4 wheels have extra inertia.
Whoa, 4-wheel drive. Power on every wheel.
Yeah, we're not going to get into the distinction between 4-wheel drive and 4x4 right about now. That's beyond the scope of this game.
Yeah.
All right, so
They're not as important as engine numbers, but let's talk about chassis parameters. Wheelbase is the distance from the front to the rear wheel. The longer, the better stability on straightaways and in corners.
Wheelbase. But what's it based on?
Kenzo, you're not based in Red Pill, you're on the no-fly list.
oh my god, dude. I can't right now. All right, so
Track is the distance between the left and right wheels. Distance can be different in the front and rear. Wider track equals better cornering.
Huh. Wider cars can actually avoid railings easier.
logic. The weird part is that somehow that makes sense.
Ground clearance is the distance from the ground to your underbody. A lower center of gravity improves stability.
Yeah. If it was driver height, I'd be the most stable in BLR.
Ah, that stung.
How is he shorter than Yuka?
He is.
Bruh.
Oh god.
No wonder it's Kenzo. is like no thoughts, head empty, and smoking all the time.
Hold on.
He is literally Itsuki from Initial D, only somehow even more lame.
Hold on. Hold on. This made me check my better Twitch TV emotes. Please work. Yes.
Oh no.
That's a moment right there.
Bruh.
This is I don't know if anyone watches Twitch without at least one of the Twitch plugins right about now, but yeah, that's a mood right now.
I'm likely probably one of the only ones, just because I don't hardly watch Twitch ever.
Yeah, that's true. You're up.
Check out the little slots next to the chassis icon. You can fit various parts into these sockets to further improve its performance. You unlock more sockets as you use your chassis and level up. However, no amount of level ups can add sockets to any chassis without any to start with. No shit. Wait a second. I always swap my chassis, so I've never leveled up. I forget how stupid Kenzo can be sometimes.
He's still front-wheel drive. What did he do? Swap from a Civic to a Civic?
Probably. You can fit suspension, tires, rims, the all-important brakes, and more onto a chassis. No mention of coilovers, weight downs, manual transmissions. Manual transmission and nav devices go in your chassis too. Oh, pardon, I spoke too soon. Nav devices can show you upcoming terms, but they can be damn heavy. Don't rely on them.
Oh, I thought it only held tires and brakes.
At least tires are a good thing to have on your car. Man, the writing in this is so good. Kenzo went from Civic to Suzuki, then right back onto a different Civic. Alright, so that's parameters, drivetrain, and chassis complete. So that's everything in that category. Now we get to have a little bit of fun. We're going to go into the explanation for bodies. And yeah, this is really comprehensive right about now, if you haven't realized. You get explanations for a little bit of everything.
Body complete is where you modify your car's shape and appearance. In these sockets you can install aero kits, paint jobs, decals, spoilers, that kind of stuff. Some say coolness is the most important stat on your car.
I just
Too
realized,
bad we don't measure it.
I just realized, check out the UI. It's got different button prompts at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I think those images are actually somewhere in the files for the game if you hunt around enough.
Yeah.
Oh, alright, that makes sense.
Hell yeah, it is.
A body can change greatly depending on your drivetrain. However, certain bodies are only compatible with specific drivetrains. You can change drivetrain with a body that's compatible, or you can change the drivetrain that a body is compatible with at Body Shop Muroka. You can plaster your car with decals or give it an obnoxious paint job. That's not foreshadowing in the slightest. Not exactly my style, though. I can't teach you how to look cool. It's all subjective. Ain't that the fucking truth?
Remember, drive safely in real life. Go wild in racing, Lagoon.
That is, I love and hate that, and it's like a freaking, it's like the disclaimer they give you in the beginning of Need for Speed Underground. But that's such an odd place to put it. Body complete parameters. Let's have a look. Downforce.
This measures how much downward force is applied to the front wheels by the wind. It can improve your steering at high speed.
I think aero parts would help with this.
And then the rest of it is all fairly simple because this is more cosmetic than anything else.
These measures how much downward force is applied to the rear wheels by the wind. It can improve your stability on high-speed straightaways. This is what a spoiler is for. CD is the coefficient of drag. It measures how much air resistance is slowing you down. Having a lower CD means you're faster and more aerodynamic.
Uh-huh. Crap, I wasn't listening.
And yeah, fairly simple explanation for that. And I think there's only one category that I really have to look at right now.
Need any more info?
which is just complete menu guide.
Here are the controls when tuning.
Which is literally just like, what are the buttons?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
You need to have a unit in each of the 3 main slots. Some parts only let you install one at a time. Some require a more specific main unit. Oh, crap. When you swap an item out, it will go into your box. When you get rewards, things you already own will be highlighted in teal. Be smart about spending your RP. Right, how do I skip this again? Was it start? Genzo cannot locate his start button. Imagine being an individual who cannot locate their start button in this universe.
I feel bad for him because I just realized he seems like the kind of person who would wire in a start button just to look cool and in his car and not be able to find it and not be able to start his car. But yeah, like I said, this tutorial was crazy in depth. It goes over everything with like short, sweet explanations that do properly explain how things work. It's enough for the context of the game, and it's enough for the to actually decently help out, which is a bit of a blessing, if not a big one. Let's see what's in the shop though, real quick, because I remember it's not going to be anything major. Oh, we're going to visit Body Shop Moroka in a second, but let me see what's available. So buy unit, AZ660. The amount of cut cars in this game is kind of hurts.
Yeah. I mean, there's supposed to be a whole bunch more Mitsubishi stuff.
Yeah, this
the thing that hurts me the most is that you can't modify a lot of it, which effectively renders it completely useless.
Yeah, it's like, you see this AZ660, like, what was a 3-cylinder?
AutoZan.
Yeah, that's what I was, okay. Then yeah, I was wondering if it was a AZ1, but the fact that that could have been in the game is crazy in its own right. I don't remember what the X4.
Daihatsu Storia X4.
That would never, see, another car that was never really able to make it. At least this one makes sense. It's just the V6 that's in the FTO.
Yep.
Wait. There's no FTO in this game.
Hey, there isn't a 3000 GT either, but that doesn't stop them from sticking the engine of that in.
Wagon chassis. Oh yeah, this is the four-wheel drive chassis for the Wagon R. That's actually kind of useful to have pretty early on.
Indeed.
Dark 2 chassis, which is Toyota Mark II sedan. FTO chassis. Oh yeah, the Starlet body. Sylvia body.
Believe it or not, that BMW Straight 6 is one of the engines that I use. Yes, actually, there is. You get it on like either Night 5 or Night 6. And that engine is one of the ones that I use to go through with my engine lockout challenge, where you can only run engines that you can't modify.
Oh, it's a restricted engine?
Yes. The chassis, however, you can modify completely freely, and it is an amazing chassis. Highly recommend getting it if you can find it. I do believe it's Night 5? Yeah, you can also get it on one of yours as well.
Oh yeah, one thing here. The spoiler on the left is what we used to call the retractable spoilers. I believe I have more accurately found a description for it. It is a curved spoiler.
Yeah, that makes sense. Curved and a high mount. Yeah, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. Fiberglass bonnet. You got your aluminum under panel. Flattens underbody for better aerodynamics, which is pretty bang on as well. You got your detune, which it's a lot easier to understand stuff like the oh right, we should go into that parts conversation now. So, oh yeah, you got your Bayside. These explanations have helped out so much in understanding what a lot of the different ECUs and stuff like that do. Because Sid's played the game so much that he just recognizes 3 ECUs and just sticks with them. But actually being able to see what happens with each one on the text-based level, really handy. But let me see. You got the city tires, the GP 2000s, which are pretty good to have, and then you got the Scuds, flying reds. Lowers ground clearance 1 centimeter with suspension damping stepped up. Faster activation for brake pads. We still gotta test that one out.
Ah yes, the Hyundaris.
High compression pistons needed for high compression cams. Bore up increase. The aerojet exhaust. Variable flow rate muffler. That's just cool. That's just technically cool. So, box air filter, and then what was the rest of it? Just aero kits, Spencer Toon Shop decal. I think we've seen faster activation. I mean, it's just brake responsiveness if you think about it. And then you can sell what I have here. I'm like, it's ditching the, you know what? What? Sid, did you know about this?
What?
Holy moly, that GPS sells for a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I don't need it. Bye. That's like an early game strategy right there.
Yeah.
And,
I'd grab the pistons, personally. Because the pistons and the exhaust will give you one hell of a performance boost on the engine, even though you don't need it.
well, that's true,
Wait,
but I
no,
also don't
you don't
have a
have
lot
that
of
much
money. Exactly, so I was thinking of going with the
Okay.
tires, because those will hold on for quite a bit longer, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The tires will work for you beautifully.
And on top of that, the pistons, it's a high compression engine, so could be viable.
Technically, until you strap an actual aftermarket set of turbos to an engine, they can function in either state. It doesn't matter if they actually have turbos strapped to them by default or not. You could just yeet high compression parts at the engine and build it as a NA engine, and it will still make power.
Alright, in that case, I'll go with the intake instead, since it's relatively affordable. We can make some more money later and probably pick up the Bayside SPL.
Yeah.
If you lose a race, they take the tires instantly. Yeah, but then you can just buy some. We got it from a
Usually,
store.
in my experience, they have been prone to stealing the ECU, as apparently that's like the most common thing they will steal off of your car. Why? I don't know.
I don't know. Chip shortage. You know, everyone needs
Did
their
you-
freaking PS5s. What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't remove
Did
a
you
part.
not buy the pistons?
I was wondering whether that was worth it or not when you were like...
Yes.
You kind of
I
made
said-
me second guess, honestly. But I'll do that in a bit then. But yeah, I'll go ahead and pop that on then. So, buy parts. Oh, no. That's gonna take quite a bit of change. But this should be real good. So... let's see. Oh! I don't even think it's worth putting the exhaust on now. No!
Nope.
Yeah, the power intake box filter and the pistons, I'm at it. Oh, this New Game Plus is good. Do I have anything? I don't. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take this to Spencer's test course and completely obliterate all hope of anyone over there.
Unfortunately, however, I don't believe there is any race that you can take part in at this moment in time.
Oh, right, they're power limited.
Yep.
Go save. Later. Yeah,
You
it's
have to
the,
watch this first. Got a cutscene here.
oh yeah, I forgot there was a cutscene here. I'm gonna hush up for this one because this one's like really good.
Ooh, yes.
Also a little funky at the end.
You mean the yeah?
Don't worry
yeah,
about
yeah,
it. We'll
there's a bug.
show it.
There's a bug here. He insists.
Spencer's straight trademark.
Can't.
We had to put that TM in manually into like the font image.
Oh. The final turn TM. Did they have something similar in the Japanese text? I'm curious now.
Yeah, they had like a special emphasis on those words.
Ah. Yeah, it was like... Yeah, the way the text has been done, it just sort of freezes right here at the end. Which is a little bit of a weird bug, and it just went through that real quick. Huh.
Yeah, the AI data only has enough to last for, like, most of one lap, and then after that, it's just done.
But there is still something funny about the car just going sideways freeze frame like an 80s television montage, so...
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I managed to get here.
Unofficial race entry. Yeah, it's all power limited here, so I'll double check it, but I'm still curious. I'm like half curious. Max power. Hey, the text box is fixed.
Yep.
Appreciate that one. It's not soft locking, so it's good. What, do you expect it to soft lock? Is that why you're yelling at me to save the game?
Yes.
Okay.
The only soft locking that would happen, it would be duck station related at this point.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just... Look at you, freaking Yi of little faith here. Come on. Actually, wait, I'm the one playing this game. Yeah, you got a valid point. I'll save.
It's been pretty well tested at this point.
Yeah, but I'm just straight up cursed. So, I want to do some actual racing and stuff like that. So, I might do that in a second. But I do have to stick to my word. And now that we're in the area, I will check out Body Shop Muraoka. Whatever. Facepalm, that's on you! Just the smooth, soothing, calming music going on right about now. I can't help but just... The soundtrack is so good! Oh, Facepalm, you're on your own! I'm not the one obliterating S2000s for fun. I broke the game, and by that I mean Sid broke the game and I forgot, so I'm an accomplice. That's how we have the Porsche.
Oh, that, yeah. So the last time we streamed, I had put together a whole bunch of cheat codes for him to just run through the prologue night with. Just because we have both played this game just countless times. So I figured it would be hilarious to just cook up a bunch of just weird stuff like that. And just run with it.
Hey Sid, take points on this one. You gotta.
Oh god, sitting under the highway, Muroka Auto Works. I'm still surprised that you guys went with that. I fixed a dent or two, but this guy's got magic hands.
Right. There is a story behind that, if you guys want to talk about this. The whole Muroka Auto Works thing.
All I'm going to say is somebody asked what they should call it. I threw out Muroka Auto Works as just this joke suggestion, like, maybe this would work. And apparently that's what we went with.
Yeah, I think what the initial confusion was basically they used two different names for this place that both mean the exact same thing in Japanese.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out exactly why they do it. But it makes more sense in a second here if you see some of the comments about the name.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
He's a hard as nails old man the city's been trying to scrape off the map for years.
Yeah, Grand Caravan. Don't know how that got there, Facepalm.
Like so many other garages, they changed their name to English to seem more modern.
That line in itself is a little trippy. I remember when Hilltop discussed that one, which is...
Yeah, it in a weird way, it changed my entire outlook on this game. And, like, everything that they were going for. If you can believe it, just this one line.
You can change the name, but the passion and dedication that keeps these machines wrong will never change. Ain't that the fucking truth?
Hell yeah.
Progress ain't always the best way forward. You can hear Miroka's tools slamming into metal long after the sign reads closed. He doesn't like that we always call him Pops. But he doesn't realize we do it out of R. The R stands for respect. The highest honor we can bestow. Respect.
That exclamation point just like seals it. It's kind of extra cheesy. Just that passion. Alright. Alright.
Yeah, in the tutorial, yeah.
Hang on to your butts.
Hey, what do you want to know? Ain't too good at explaining stuff, so I'll keep it short. Car's made of the body and a chassis. Every chassis is a drivetrain, right? There's 5 different types. FF, FR, MR, RR, and 4-wheel drive. The most important thing is that your body and chassis are compatible. FF for FF, FR and FR, you need a kind of harmony to combine body and chassis. FF chassis needs an FF body. FR chassis needs an FR body. That's the way it is. It's like a relationship between a guy and a gal. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make sure you're compatible with one another, you know?
Yeah, this guy has an accent in Japanese.
Sometimes you'll bring along a party you want to race that don't fit your chassis. When that happens, book it down to your man here and with some cash in your wallet. We'll hook you up. With a bit of elbow grease, we can body modify it. Yep, only one sheet of metal and I can remodel it so it fits your favorite chassis. Got all that? Need bodywork done? I'm the man.
Alright. Oh my. That was something.
God. Hang on, I need to take a drink after that. It's just... doing that accent like that is like sandpaper on the back of my throat.
I'm sorry. But we will take advantage of this while we're here, which is, the Germany chassis can only accept rear engine, rear drive, and 4-wheel drive chassis, so... Never mind, I'm broke as hell! I'm coming back to this later. I want me a front-wheel drive Porsche. Without shifting into reverse. But yeah, bodies have specific chassis that they made up with, and if you want to do something extreme, you're gonna come back here and then pay for the ability to do such a thing. Alright, so I think that's enough tutorials. There's a couple things that I want to check out for curiosity's sake and also narrative's sake, but I also want some butt to kick. There we go. Wow, this game is... Oh my god! Oh, that's a deep cut, facepalm.
Hello? Yeah, while you're throwing him under the bus, you might as well just tell him to change the oil while he's down there. Holy fuck, facepalm. Oh my god, dude. Like, you know, I'm riffing on some of these guys, but like, dude, you can't just throw him under the bus like that.
Oh my god. Oh, right, why am I using the analog stick for? Fair race, the Civic has a laptop in the passenger seat. Oh god!
Oh no. Please tell me you're not playing those forbidden Flash games on that laptop.
Oh my god, don't. Just don't.
Okay, fine, I won't go there.
Ah, there's a little bit of a delay using the handbrake. Don't... See? This is why brake pads are useful. Oh, let's go! Let me go ahead and relax a little bit, but yeah!
Kramer's Lagoon Adventure. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. That's something that I can't explain on stream, just FYI. Just,
I'll keep that in mind. If I had given a handicap time, I would have lost. I'm sorry, but I made a mistake there. I will go ahead and steal your face! I mean your chest, your body. Let's friggin' go. And we've got sockets! Woo! So let's go ahead and install those cheap brake pads on there again, and Body slot allows me to do fuck and all right now. Alright, let's see if we can find some other, I'm trying to remember what places would be open right about now. Obviously, we have to go to the graveyard and the Ferris wheel. But I'm sure we can check a couple different places right here and just get some flavor text. Oh, I've made a mistake. I think I'm getting more than flavor text. What?
Oh man, I remember when we were doing the editing party for Chinatown. We had a lot of different ideas as to how to go about it.
Oh, fill me in.
Hilltop, you want to explain?
Oh, we're at Chinatown.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just some... We really wanted to communicate kind of the sights and sounds of what they were trying to express here.
The smell, too.
Yeah, the smells.
Sounds. You can hear all... I'm gonna take my crack at this. I gotta learn how to do voices and stuff like that, though. You're phenomenal, Sid. But...
I'm also drunk.
True.
Pardon. I've been drinking. Not heavily, but enough where it's like I'm buzzed.
You can hear
and also really pissed off.
I'm
getting my ass kicked in GT2, that's all.
Oh, okay. You can hear all sorts of sounds from the maze of dead-end back alleys. Chain smokers on break, tired barkers, and sweet-talking voices in Cantonese and Mandarin. A parade of dingy taxis stretches around the block. All the luxury cabs have long since left the scene. It's that blink of an eye just before the dawn, when the crows finally have a peck at the straps. The gaudy neon signs above the red light district and the drag racers lined up beneath them share one thing in common. They never sleep. Lightor?
Hey, you.
I think you forgot
something. Your ride?
Holy crap, Sadmachines has joined Twitter. Sid.
What?
It begins.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. This is like one of my favorite vehicle artists. I know I've been talking about this as part of the project I'm working on. I've shown you this guy's renders and you've loved it. Now you get to see some of this stuff in action. Go take a look. Like, seriously, I love this guy's work.
Oh.
I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to give the guy some crap for this. Alright, I gotta get back into this, though. Is that your ride? Oh, wow, you can be so mean about it, though.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it because, like, it's a matter of what is our perception of the show right now? Is someone who doesn't care or someone with an attitude problem?
Completely apathetic.
Okay, I'll go with the apathy.
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, the other one was funnier.
Oh.
Do you even ever race, or is it just for show? Look, if you want to race here, then you need an inn. Get it, green beans? Chinatown has rules.
That's what they call show? Okay.
I'm just looking for someone. Guy by the name of Keisuke from the Night Racers.
Oh? We haven't seen any of those stooges tonight. You got any real business, or are you just gonna waste my time? No? Alright, then get out of here.
Just throwing this out there. I'm driving an 800 horsepower Porsche. I'm not exactly afraid of those Wagonrs right about now.
You say that, they're gonna kick your ass off the line.
Let me feign confidence, please.
Sure, whatever helps you sleep at night.
That's the plan. Marine Tower.
Marine Tower. Hotel Neo Grand, South Yokohama's shining tower. Bright enough to guide sailors. Us racers just use it as a finish line. Flashing your beams, bro. Flashing your beams in this town means you're ready to rumble.
Ah, I heard that.
Well, I know you did. When you spot a sweet ride with some choice parts, roll up on them and flash your beams. Racers can't refuse a challenge. That's what Kenzo told me anyway.
Can you believe it?
Apparently. Look, we're just as no thoughts head empty as he is.
True.
Who you talking to, numbnuts? Joe Yamashita Street, the one and only, baby.
Here come the hyenas.
There's only ground for every race from Yokohama.
He's not worth the gas. Oh, I love that.
I wanted some practice.
Nice of you to show up.
Huh? I'm through talking. Let's rock.
Oh my god. This is so good.
Me and you at full throttle. No mercy on the streets. Or in the sheets.
Plenty.
Alright, let's hit the gas and... Oh, I need to remember to change my default camera setting. What is it doing? Oh wow, this has got a 10 grand red line.
Yeah. Believe me, I love the translation, and I'm trying my best to accentuate the experience with the voices, because when I was a little kid, my father used to do the exact same thing when we were playing through Threads of Fate, and it was completely text-based as well. So I take some of my,
Oh, what the hell? I know it's a
yeah,
Duck
that's just
Station
the thing that
but...
DuckStation
That's
does.
DuckStation for you.
It's been a recent problem, too, which is the thing that really pisses me off, because, like, 4 or 5 months ago, I wasn't having that issue. And they've done something which makes it do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. I don't have a lot of points. But yeah, I wonder if there's a message that we can like pass around. I would really prefer if you guys didn't exactly ask for an ETA, as this is time-consuming work and Night 2 just came out. But if you do want to answer that.
I'll answer it. Like, we can't give ETAs on patches, because honestly, like, we don't even know really. Like, I can't give you a date because, like, who knows when it actually gets finished. But I would say that Night 3 is more than 50% complete. That's all I can say right now.
That answer your question, man? Oh, right. Is this the Ferris wheel? Or... Oh, no, right. This is that...
The Ancient Bay.
Right, I forgot. This is a very special location in the game.
Nobody remembers it anymore. The old grimy port, Ancient Bay. The hush of night fills the gaps between the distant sounds of foghorns. Looks like I'm alone. Excellent. I saw the color of darkness. That's right. I'm a goofy goober. Rock. An unknown racer. Or so I've been told.
Alright, that's relevant for reasons that I don't really think I'm gonna talk about too much.
Not now.
Yeah, exactly. It's a long-term game sort of thing. All I'm gonna say is that it's related to a certain screen in your start menu. So I believe the Ferris wheel is over here.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? This place always weirds me out, and there's limos.
Oh, yes. God.
Hey, look who's hiding back there.
Mm-hmm.
Madrenga Warehouse. The Shinko Wharf area is under redevelopment right now. It should be completely off limits. Everything about this screams dangerous men ahead. What's up with all the limos? Looks like the set of some third-rate detective movie. Colonel. Nah, I know better than to barge in there uninvited. This is one rodeo I think I can sit out. I'd rather live to see tomorrow.
Your David Hayter is not bad.
It's actually
Thank
rather
you.
impressive, seriously.
Hang on, I think that's gonna have to be my new nickname in your server.
Do it.
One moment. Done.
Oh, I see what you did.
Of course you did.
Perfect.
And there's another thing if you go back and hit circle again. It gives you another set of message.
There were limos parked at Bay Lagoon Wharf last night, too. I get the feeling we're being watched. Kenzo was going on about how he was going to buy one someday. No idea what he's going to do with it. Although he'd have to replace the driver's seat. With a custom-made baby chair.
God. Replay Station 2, thank you for the follow. Oh my god. Although I'm like super curious about what's happening back there because it just shows 2 cars.
Oh, you'll learn, Alfred.
Oh, you will. We find out tomorrow night that there's some major plot foreshadowing going on. I know exactly what's going on, but I'm going to shut my yap on it because.
Thank
reasons.
you kindly.
Also, quick, somebody shout out the name of a front-wheel drive car that I could have purchased around 1998 in Japan. Anybody?
I can't remember. Brain full of racing Lagoon.
It's Yuka's Micro Grand Tourer. What's that doing there?
Oh my god, you're actually scary good.
I don't think she came around here just to shop. Gosh, I still remember what she said to me here when I finally joined the team.
This is a nice scene.
Chris, we're finally BLR buddies. Welcome to the coolest squad in town.
What can I say? I had some time to kill.
I guess Show is now just David Hayter.
Ooh, so what you driving?
Yeah.
Nothing special. Just the 86 that Icky let me have here for cheap.
Yeah, 96 model year Porsche.
Ah, I knew you'd say that. An 86 is so like you.
Hey, Colonel, what's that supposed to mean?
An 86 might not have all the bells and whistles, but there's something special at its core. Take me in the back seat, won't you? I mean, make sure you take good care of the car, okay?
Buy a Porsche for $5 out of Wish.com.
Shake my head. This is the last time I buy a Porsche off Wish.
You're gonna speed past me in no time.
Why are people so hung up on speed anyway? I was always more of an ecstasy kind of guy.
Oh, please, don't pretend like you don't know. You know that weird flickering you see on the asphalt on a hot day?
You mean a mirage?
Yeah! I try to catch up to them, getting closer and closer. Till it's so close I feel like I can reach out and touch it. That's when I hit the gas hard. But I can never reach it. It just fades away because it was only an illusion.
So if I keep getting faster, you think I could catch it someday?
Now you're getting it. Your car's gonna vroom right past my Micro GT and disappear into the horizon. Hopefully with me in the passenger seat.
Dad.
Melt into that same mirage. It must feel amazing. Finally catch it and feel your worries fade away.
Well, Colonel, what's there to be worried about?
My God.
Oh, about that, Hey, Chris, if you ever reach that speed, you gotta take me with you. I want to see it. The other side of the mirage.
Colonel, I'm not sure I can make that promise.
I can't.
I might lose interest in racing in a week. The other side of the mirage.
I mean, no shit. He's probably on the same stuff that Kenzo's on. God, okay, I don't know why I've decided that David Hayter is now the voice of Show, but I'm glad he is.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Solid Snake and Show have the same amount of absolute no fucks given apathy at the start of their games.
Because alcohol is being involved in tonight's renditions of the voice acting, I hate to say. Which is extraordinarily unfortunate, but I guess here we are.
Alright, well, I have been bombarded by S chassis.
Oh no.
At least it's not yours.
Hey, I will have you know my S chassis kicks ass. Thank you very much.
I'm not saying
It's only
it
taken me
doesn't.
2 years and like,
What the?
you know, $20,000, but you know, it kicks ass now.
What the physics was that?
What the?
Perfect.
I have several questions. Can somebody go back and clip that, please?
Please.
Just
Alright, let's see what we can nick. I don't have enough points. I don't have enough points. Doesn't even give me the name if I don't have enough points.
You're broke.
Not even that.
How does it feel being broke? Congratulations, you spent all of your money on buying the Porsche. You didn't think that maybe, just maybe, it would cost you another arm and a leg to maintain the damn thing.
Oh my God.
How does it feel to be the victim of your own consequences?
How does it feel to tell Facepalm that he threw me under the bus and then proceed to do it yourself?
I don't know. I'm drunk. Do I look like I care? It's. I can ask you very politely to change the oil while you're under there, if that makes it any better. It won't, but
All
you can
right,
do it anyway.
so she was not at the Ferris wheel despite her cars being there. Not really much I can do around, but explore the environment and then head to the graveyard. And also
Take a stop at F's mansion.
what mansion?
Scuffed Lagoon.
Take his apartment in the upper.
Oh
Pardon
yeah,
that.
I was heading there.
Okay.
It's one of the more interesting things to check out. I remember the dialogue for that one when I was shown that. Well, that was semi-successful. I almost looked good doing it. There we go. And then I scuffed it. Do I have my drink of water somewhere? Oh, I tapped that thing. Yeah, it's down here. I definitely tapped out my cup. Gonna get some water later. I raced a freaking wagon without realizing it. Alright. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I pick you. Let's freaking go. Oh, wait. No, that's a lot of points. I don't want to risk that.
Let's get that very ugly shade of green.
Not worth it. Literally. I'll take this, though. And... guess gonna de-sticker this car. Actually, speaking of, what's the default color for this thing again?
Yellow. Which, gotta be honest, it actually looks really good in yellow.
It does, but I will be honest, I also think it looks real good in metallic silver.
Indeed.
Hello, welcome to Yokohama World. Hello. Oh, right, we were heading up to the apartment. Bus does not want to play games.
Well, not yet.
F's mansion.
This should probably be I's mansion, or I's apartment. Mansion is just what they call apartments in Japan.
It's a high-rise
Really? I
apartment
didn't
in
know
front of
that.
Kenai Station. It's got some exotic foreign name. You might bite your tongue off trying to pronounce it, Colonel.
Grand Caravan.
Supposedly it means Moonlight Valley Heights. Icky is the penthouse suite. He's got two things at his crib that I don't. A waterbed and a girlfriend.
Vibe.
Food.
Not that they have time to act all Romeo and Juliet. Icky's a racer, and racers are married to the streets. I'll have to be the one who deals with Keisuke.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've had a friend of mine when I was back in high school had a waterbed. Absolutely sick.
Now, the more I think about it, the waterbed is the only thing I don't seemingly have out of all of these group of weird misfits that we've collected for characters.
Well, now we know what you gotta aim for.
What, a wide-bodied R30?
No, you're not that far off from that.
Let's be real here, I could probably trade the S13 for an R30 tomorrow if I really wanted to.
You probably could.
Hey, pal, no hard feelings about tonight.
Hard feelings over
What? Huh? You didn't hear? Those crazy-ass Ishikawa brothers kidnapped the shorty on your team.
Yuka?
Oh, no. The heck is going on? Don't worry, Akira can fix this. Let me hit him up. Shit, he ain't picking up his cell. Must be off at Johnny's. God damn it, Keisuke. Night Races ain't some goddamn Yakuza outfit.
I'm assuming there was an accent here with this character too, because that's a very specific choice of words.
Probably.
No, he's more like just a jock character who talks pretty casually.
All right.
I see.
Also, Sid, do you see anything missing from this car?
Quite a lot of things. Why?
It didn't register until now, but there's no spot for the license plate.
He's riding dirty. Homeboy is riding dirty.
Oh my god, and it's not even that there's no license plate, there's no hole for it.
Okay, facepalm, stop. Just stop.
You expect me to believe that none of you or other night racers are in on this? No way. Just listen to me. Okay? All hell broke loose in the old chain of command after Akira lost to Iggy. Team fell apart, but the rest of us never stooped this low. Can I trust him? This doesn't add up. I'll humor him. Yeah, sure. Got anything else to tell me, Colonel? Honestly, man, I'm sorry. I'm torn up about this. For real. Oh, hold up. Yesterday was your first street race, right? Pretty slick for a newbie. What's your name, kid? It's Chris. Chris, huh? Makoto Sawaki. You're going places, kid. I can tell these things. It's like I have a sixth sense.
This game is built different.
I'm flattered, but I don't have the time to listen to you act all chummy. I know you feel it. The drive that pushes guys like us to shatter speed limits. The colors we fly don't matter. We all chase the ultra-cool thrill of the red line. We're always looking out for someone faster than us, just to taste a new flavor of victory. And heck, even losing is fun too if you can laugh it off with your dumbass friends. Ain't about the grudges or the politics. Forget about it. When we race, the rest of the world shrinks to a speck in the rear view. Am I getting through to you? Show me what you got. I'm counting on y'all.
The one thing I'm getting is that use of like artificial motion blur there, and that just tripped me up. You can still see it in the freeze frame of his hand.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thanks for the pep talk, but I like doing things my own way, thanks.
Makoto has had enough of your shit.
Stay safe out there, alright?
Alright, so I'm trying to remember, does he start appearing driving now, or? Because I know there's a point where he's just visible on the map.
No.
Oh, right, I have to go to the... I have to go to the
He's
graveyard
parked
first, don't
right
I?
there.
What?
Yeah, Keisuke, you have to go and talk to, in order to get Keisuke to spawn, you have to go and talk to Kenzo.
Yeah, so graveyard.
Yes.
Alright, so hooray, I remembered correctly. It's a miracle. So we will go ahead and do that. Huh. I just realized, like, it's named differently in two different spots for the graveyard. That's not intentional too, isn't it?
No. So, changing the text on the city maps is actually quite a lot harder at this point than changing any of the other text. Basically, if I can change something, it's because we got lucky. So I was able to change Harbor View to Harbor View, but changing something like the graveyard is actually more difficult at this point because the text is compressed in a different way.
Ah, okay. It is. If you buy that, call Iggy and tell him to get his ass over here now! You know what'll happen if you don't, right?
You wouldn't want anything to happen to little Miss Yuka, would you?
Pure goon voice right there.
He's in trouble.
Not my problem. Oh my! I'm so tempted.
Do it.
Do it.
This is another one of those where it doesn't matter which one you pick.
Got it. Back away.
Back away slowly, Colonel. Ah, Chris!
You fuck.
Can you take the hint already? I don't know where he is. And if you did something to Yuka, you're gonna pay.
For fuck's sake.
Come on, man, back me up here.
Colonel, what's going on?
No time to explain. We gotta book it. At least I'm faster on my feet than Icky is.
Oh my god. This game. I love it. Oh, yeah, I do want to go ahead and point this out because I don't think a lot of people are noticing this, but the pre-event text is also translated in the loading screens, which is very nice touch.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. Somebody just DM'd me something even more cursed.
That's possible?
Oh, yeah. There's absolutely more... It's on the same realm as the Spencer thing from earlier that we were talking about. Only it involves Yuroka and another character who we don't get to meet until, like, night 9.
I gotta drive. Someone take points on chat. I'm not saying this for no reason. Hello there.
Oh, God, no. Oh, why has this been brought to my attention? Now I'm not gonna be... Oh, no.
Time for the fan theories?
Oh, God. I suspect asset reuse is starting to show through.
But...
Just...
yeah, I do want to acknowledge that. Saw this game is getting translated. I'm very excited. That one's... honestly, I'm super excited too, and I'm glad to be able to, like, do my part whenever I have the chance to do so. Parts, that's right! I never talked about that! I just realized something.
Yes?
So, the language in this is sort of like expected for you to take a certain amount of time in conversation, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, it's about to go haywire. Because, normally you don't play this part of the game in an 800 horsepower Porsche. I want to see what...
it should still be fine.
It'll be fine.
I imagine it will be, but I'm curious. You just been kidnapped by those night racer sticks. They said they'll give her back if Iki accepts Keisuke's challenge. And what do we do? One of the few racing games Square ever made. Yeah, pretty much. Being held in his car. Night Orange PRASI. Let's see that around Bay Lagoon. Bless you. Alright, let's see if we can find her. Oh, okay, so there's still time in that one. That is, in fact, good to know. And Dirt 4's DLC just leaked. Dirt 5's next DLC has. Ford Bronco! Hey, I'm sold!
Woo! I can't believe we pulled it off. Time to hit up the party. We'll deal with her later. This is gonna be a most excellent night, brother. So, basically, Pegasus has stormed off with a bunch of children's card game artifacts.
Lost them. That's a skip button. Search around here for Keisuke's car. If I had to guess, I'd say the Ishikawas are circling around time. They're right there!
Right there.
Hitting all the racers' hotspots so they can flex on everyone. Gonna get Yuka out of this, I swear. Just, yeah, sure. You drive them you see them visibly drive right by your face and then head the other direction. Oh my god. Can't you annoy Kenzo in that moment?
Yes, you can. If you flash your high beams at him 3 times, you can challenge him to a race.
Perfect. I want his hardware. I've been karma'd. 100% gonna grab this. It looks very fun. I could have sworn I saved the link in the background. It's only translated up till night 2 so far. That's very important. And also, you need a Patreon login. And also, wow, the launch on this thing is
Wait,
bad.
do you need a Patreon login?
I think so.
I don't think you do.
No.
Can you double check that one for me?
It should be public.
I double click. I'll check that in a second. It said the link.
That one you need a. The one that you just posted is that requires a thing.
I mean, that's a different kind of link.
My bad? I just kind of like right-clicked it and pasted it from the Patreon update page. If you have a better link, I'd really appreciate that because I'd love to be able to just give that out. I went the wrong way. Oh my god, I'm such a moron. Come on, come on. Thank goodness 800 horsepower is as useful as it is. Alright, so. Oh, I almost took
You
a
should
part.
grab that exhaust.
What?
Grab the
Oh.
exhaust.
Oh, alright. Yeah, I'll go for that. I forgot the manual transmission was an additional part.
Surprise.
You think the exhaust will be more viable than the air filter, I'm guessing?
Oh, probably.
Drum roll, please. Yes! Yes, it is! Did I accidentally nick a Civic body sometime?
Yes.
Oops. Alright, here's a sec. Attention required cloud flare. That's stream quality dropped for a second. Yeah, I see that when the... Oh! Wait, you're not Kenzo. Yeah, the
No.
stream... What?
I was gonna say you had to throw a U-turn and flash your high beams at the dude in order for him to do the thing.
I wanted to annoy the kid!
Okay, well then go annoy the kid.
You...
Seriously want to race? Dude, now's not the time. Okay, but just one.
Oh my god.
He gets really pissed off at you if you flash your high beams at him again afterwards.
Perfect. I kind of just want to say, yeah, no. If I have network problems, it'll drop the quality in the stream instead of dropping frames. Or, you know, just completely cutting out. It's a nice little feature of OBS Studio, because back when that used to happen, when I was more consistent streamer, it would mean that the stream died. Oh, you got a full course for this one. Fancy. Yep, just casually going freaking almost 300 kilometers an hour. Oh, this is not gonna be good!
Yeah, just Germany things.
I tried to
you
hit the
even
brakes
have a
and the
light?
handbrakes and huh?
You even have a light for your license plate.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
cars have
on
that.
some car models, actually, it's reflected on the ground alongside the brake lights. Which is just, oh my god.
Yeah, for a PS1 game, like what the?
It's like, just trying to fake that gets props.
They went all out with this game. About the only thing I can really think of that I don't like about it is just that weird reverse parallax scrolling in the backgrounds that makes no logical sense. And I remember when I was originally playing that and I noticed that, I just kind of, I got dizzy. But there's a reason I did... Oh, right, the miracle power is actually a thing here. But the exhaust is...
Read the description for it.
Right. So a lot of these parts have kind of like magazine-style ad descriptions. Watch this. From the manual. Just drop it in the gas tank to boost acceleration and power. But that's not anywhere near as good as the rest of the stuff, man. And you know what I'm talking about here. I'm trying to I think that's probably what I'm gonna nick. But,
Well, look at the rest of his stuff first.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, some simple gentle road tires. Kenzo's Tune Suspension Kit. He seems proud of his own handiwork. And I'm pretty sure the suspension is trash. But CBC body. Kenzo's two-tone. Which is the KY light blue. And then the door. Kenzo's lightweight door. Took 3 days to build. DIY is a pain in the ass. Signed Kenzo. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think, is there anything useful here? Not the exhaust, obviously. That's like a diesel exhaust. But it would probably either be the miracle power or the... What?
I just scraped the paint off of this car and snorted it.
How good is the door?
Not very. I think it's a 3 kilo weight down as opposed to the 4 that you can get for actually getting the real fiberglass doors, which are also running around tonight.
Well, if that's the case, why am I bothering looking at anything? Like, is the miracle...
Because you wanted to bully Kenzo, that's why.
He's not worth my freaking respect points.
No.
Not...
And now I'm getting very angry messages about Kenzo, which are absolutely hilarious to me. But I can't say them aloud because major plot spoilers.
Oh my god. Not worth the points.
Out of all the things I could have used to describe Kenzo, fucking Neanderthal is not one of them.
Hi, buddy.
Damn tailgaters. You going to take that from him? Like hell I will.
Kenzo drove right by, you dumbass! I love video games.
Nobody said Kenzo had to be intelligent.
I would have loved it if this game would have came to the States. Yeah, I think a lot of us would right now. Oh, that's a bot, though.
Yeah, asshole punk. Get off my tail.
Oh, they're both in the same car, okay.
He's catching up.
Yeah, there's a major faux pas.
They're in the same car now, but wait until later.
Does this guy know who he's messing with?
Oh snap! It's that Germany RS. You know, the little pissant from Bay Lagoon Racing.
Okay, so when I remember when I saw this, I did forget to bully Kenzo again. Oh well. I remember when I saw this, for a brief moment I thought it was scripted to specifically ASA86, but knowing the text is dynamic, feels nice.
There was a dynamic line in the intro that in the beginning of this night that got cut, where it specifically calls out that you're using the 8.6.
Oh.
There's actually a dynamic cut line that was supposed to tell you what part you took off of Kenzo.
Ooh.
Whether it was a muffler or what.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And the little dynamic thing doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
it says like muffler and then a bunch of junk after that. So it doesn't work
okay.
right.
Thank you for the follow, man.
Yes, hurry! Oh, this will be sweet. Let's dance.
Oh my god, dude.
He's just suddenly become Metaton.
Stop the Ishikawa brothers and rescue Yuka.
Fuck, now I have to go listen to that song.
That's on you, buddy. Oh, this is gonna be good. I just realized this is another one of those situations where I'm not supposed to have a car this fast, this quick. Yep. I know it's scripted to end at a certain point, but I just flew right by. And
Yeah,
now the
it ends
game's just
whenever
gonna
you overtake
retcon that out of freaking everything. Passed us like we were nothing. I mean, the need.
Yeah, you really have to drive like hell to overtake Keisuke.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he did.
horror.
Oh, that was such a ton of work. You know, if speed is the drug, we really shouldn't have given this guy a frickin' Porsche. So, like, oh my god. Sid,
Yes.
I've made a realization.
What?
He's smoking Germany. That's gotta be the name of the kind of coke he's on. If he's suddenly addicted to speed while driving a Porsche.
Wham! We got Yuka back safe and sound. The Colonel was most pleased with our efforts. The happy ending for this moronic turn of events. As long as she's okay, I should be happy, right?
Feelings.
He's feeling. I'm just trying to convince myself. These questions can wait for another time. And it's not like I have any idea how she feels. She's quiet. She fell asleep the instant she sat down in the passenger seat.
I think your stream's a little behind. That's what's going on.
Yeah, it does. Normally she'd go on and on what made her happy or excited, but I just listen and drive.
Is this
This isn't too bad either. I'm sure when the morning comes, everything will snap back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Like I always knew it would. It felt so good just to hear her say thanks. Nah, I have to put these feelings aside. Or else, I'm going to fall victim to her thoughty ways. I'm going my own way. But it's like her words put a spell on me. And it's the kind of magic that strikes right at the heart.
I'm gonna skip this one. Is it?
On it?
Hit circle. Hit
I
start.
have. There it is. So, time-based. That one.
That's up.
And that's night one!
Woo!
Alright, so...
Finally!
Yeah, that one took a little bit longer just based on, you know, tutorial, but I do have to go ahead and point something out. I think it's only fair to do so. It is late. I should have dinner and try to relax for the rest of the night. I thought I was going to be going on for night 2. Seems that was a little overambitious. So...
To save it here, we can come back to this next week.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. So I think our best bet is to just try to pick this up later in the week, if that's okay with you guys.
That's fine. I think it's either
Yeah,
Wednesday
sure.
or Thursday I have the day off, so we can probably do something then.
All right, cool. I can go ahead and try to see if I can arrange something. What about you, Hilltop? If you still want to be here, if you want to come around for the next one, by all means, you're
Oh yeah,
totally able to.
Oh yeah, sorry. Totally, yeah. I'd be down.
All right, I really, really appreciate that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the wrap up. Don't leave everyone just yet because, well, I don't know if you guys are familiar with.
Give me just 1 minute. Actually, gotta check something.
You go for it. Ah, yes, fusion jazz. But the noties are on. Notifications? Something wrong? I don't know what you're referring to, but thank you for the bits. But here, let me double check a couple different things here and there. before we wrap this up, there are a couple different things that I want to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. So, again, thank you very much for Hilltop and the rest of the crew for working on this localization, and I'm really grateful that I was able to be part of this and help out in the way that I have. Now, that being said, I forgot to talk about the vehicle parts that I was mentioning earlier. I think I'm going to have to jot down a note for that later. I guess I was just kind of sucked into the tutorial and all that sort of stuff so long, because that managed to take half an hour of the stream, of all things. Just because it was just such a bit of a trip. Sid, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Notifications for the stream. Yeah. Appreciate that. Again, there is a link to the Patreon. That was the one that Hilltop posted earlier, and that will allow you to download the patch for Night 2. And I will say straight up, if you are interested in what you've seen so far, I'd really appreciate it if you guys supported this project. Every little bit of help goes a long way. I know I posted a link to the Discord earlier. Oh yeah, I still have the notepad file. So if you want to hang out with people who are interested in these sort of products and see a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes, you can do so in Discord there.
I really should actually pop into the public Discord.
I've told you repeatedly that, man. Like,
fuck it.
It would definitely be worth it just so you can be able to like explain a couple different things here and there. So,
Done.
Yeah, I see it. And all of you, thank you guys so very much for... Wow, that came out kind of weird. All of you, thank you very much for coming out. Definitely been a good time. Thank you for being here, Sid. Really appreciate it. And again, Hilltop, it's been a pleasure. Honestly has. Hang on, everyone. We don't tend to stream without rating someone, so let's go ahead and share a little bit of this love real quick. I believe Arrow is still going to be live for a little bit longer. Let me double check before I unintentionally raid a channel that's about to go offline, because I have made that mistake quite a few times. And if that is the case, I don't know, I'll probably just throw it to Bob Ross or something. But for those who came in here for Racing Lagoon, I'm primarily a racing games person. I do like to geek out with a bunch of other stuff. So if you're into your racing games and stuff like that, you've come to the right place. Because if I'm not playing them, I know the people that are.
Like a game from 1999.
And you're going to see some of that right here. So let's get that set up. But thank you all so very much. Really appreciate it. It has been a joy just hanging out with you guys and being able to just stream again. Thank you all so very much. And whenever the next time may be, I will catch you all then.
All right.
Adios.
Later, everyone.
See ya.